It's beginning to look a lot like winter out here, my friends, at Winter Showdown 8 here in Westminster, Colorado at Akihabara Arcade. I may look like a SilverTabby right here, but I'm certainly the seedy mangaka over there. And
this is the SilverTabby speaking to the seedy mangaka, as we're here to bring you Samurai Showdown on our first stream of the day at Winter Showdown 8.
Yes!
It's actually snowing outside, bringing the winter.
It's wonderful that one, and it is Sunday, and as is tradition, it is all about SNK. Shoutouts to them as well for giving us a little bit of financial support for King of Fighters 15. Samurai Showdown also has its own bit of sponsorship today as well from Colorado's up-and-coming Sam Show TO, Excrutiation, who has donated $250 into the pop pool today, basically bribing people to sign up for it. You win one match, you get paid.
It's worked absolutely wonderfully, and Excrutiation is like a core pillar of our scene and is not quite on the same level as SNK. Thank you guys for sponsoring us, but way up there.
So we're going to be having some of those all put together right here, and here we have two familiar faces, my friends. If you've been keeping up with the Dragon Ball FighterZ Colorado scene at all, these are two like core individuals on that. Mayor Maximus out here at his last tournament in Colorado before he moves back out to Washington State, and we have GD Cross on that player 2 side, rocking the Plus Ultra My Hero Academia hoodie. We got the Seattle Seahawks, as Tanner is going to once again try and get that camera to sort of stabilize and chill. Okay, or it might be a little
beautiful.
It's all good.
And as a reminder, because this is our Sunday night stream, we're going to be running King of Fighters on this stream in about 2 hours from now.
Yes.
We did start a little bit late today due to the snow and the weather. So it's going to be starting at 2:30 Mountain Time. That is 4:30 Eastern or 1:30 Pacific compared to our expected 2 p.m. start time. 30 minutes late.
Delayed it a little bit. I mean, snow's coming down outside, making the commute a little harder. Some people are still very scared to drive in the snow. Rightfully so. I've spun out into oncoming traffic like 3 different times. So that was when I was driving like a rear-wheel car. Changed up my car. Nowadays, I'm in all-wheel drive, and I haven't had that issue like ever since, and it's been fabulous. So far.
The city of Denver and its nearby suburbs actually do a really good job of plowing the day after.
The day after.
The drive back on the way yesterday was pretty fraught going over the freeways. Like most people were going like below 30 miles an hour.
All right, so we're gonna get set up here into our first match. Picking out the stage, I believe we saw Genjiro, who was a menace when the game initially released. I believe he got toned down to some more reasonable levels. And then we also have one of the most bizarre additions I've ever seen in a fighting game, but also a great nod to sort of like a offshoot breed, if you will, of fighting games, which is For Honor, the Warden. One of the release characters for that game came out on my birthday.
And one of the easiest to use and most iconic parts of For Honor as well, which really does feel a little bit out of place with the art style, but it's just a wonderful crossover nod to other sword games. Let's see the opening gambits. The jump immediately, round start, Mayor Maximus committing to trying to hit the active frames of his Rekka in neutral.
Right.
Those Rekkas are very minus and can be easily punished with at least a medium slash, sometimes a heavy slash depending on the situation.
Mayor had a good anti-air there actually. Cross charging up the shoulder, completely whiffing. Ooh, the carry, cross-up.
The cross-up Rekka options. Mayor Maximus gets the hard knockdown. Now then, Warden does have to play aggressively in this matchup because that projectile that Genjiro occasionally fires, if you block the first part of it, it comes down and hits overhead on the second part. He can actually set up unblockables with it if you're not careful. And so if Warden has to challenge it with that charge right there, with a perfect jump over by Mayor Maximus.
And if you somehow don't know anything about this game, my friend, this game is about killing you in as few hits as possible. The damage is incredibly high. The low there from Cross going to take the first round from Mayor Maximus.
Beautiful showing from Cross. Been taking that initial risk from the jump in at this round starts.
All right.
Jumping back, as both of them now playing much more defensively at the beginning of the round. And Mayor Maximus challenges the jump in to plus frames. Both of them are playing very careful and defensive because just like samurais of old, one solid hit can ruin the game.
All right, there's the shoulder counter. Gets a short combo, and Mayor Maximus chooses to burst.
You only get one of these bursts per match, not per round. Oh, he blocks the super. Mayor Maximus giving up his weapon flip art and his burst for the rest of the match.
All right, now Cross is looking very, very comfortable right here. I know he's been practicing this game a little bit. I've seen him in our Facebook chat talking to Brian about it. Slash, slash, slash.
The cross-up Rekka from Genjuro is incredibly hard to block.
There we go. Game 1 goes over to GD Cross, finding a whiff punish right there.
Mayor Maximus was telling me yesterday about how much he likes that standing kick from Genjuro. Because the triple hit on it, it does way more damage than any other kick in the game. In exchange, it's way more minus on whiff. Just saw Cross claiming it at the end.
If you ever wanted to fight a game to kind of just work on your fundamentals in neutral, Sam shows it.
Nothing exposes the fundamentals of fighting games as well as Samurai Showdown. Not even Street Fighter, the older versions, can get to as core to the FGC fundamentals as Samurai Showdown. This is a perfect first fighting game for new players,
right.
as Cross is still pushing his advantage up 1-0.
Right. Lands the full screen shoulder charge, not able to combo though, and they clash with the swords to smash it harder. It's Cross.
Cross taking the round advantage and the weapon advantage, gets a medium punish. I do like the burst here, but he went straight into the super early. Because that super does so much damage, a lot of people will play careful and defensive once they see the burst, and Maximus just smashed through it.
GD Cross trying to keep the momentum up. If he wins this next round, he's going to be at set point.
Doesn't trust in his knockdown. The hit grab from throwing out the active frames in neutral, hoping that Cross tries to punish too early. Wake up, heavy slash. There is no mix on Oki, just eat the heavy.
Little trip again. Cross looking for it. The jump
Cross
overhead puts him at game point, set point even. Up 1-0. Here we go. All right, let's fight this out.
The early kick, getting a knockdown.
Jumps over. Ooh, little curse.
Recovers in time to prevent the beautiful Rekka sequence from Warden.
Oh my, bro! As a former For Honor player, that little I'm just taken back. I'm like, yeah, this is exactly what Warden does in that game. The cancels,
Absolutely.
the shoulder charge cancel. That's perfect.
The cross-up Rekka, it looks almost identical to his normal Rekka. You're having such a hard time to block that. And it gives you a hard knockdown if Mayor Maximus knows how to exploit it. Oh, whiffs the...
Oh, he whiffs the throw. He's trying to add in mix-ups right there, but just the hit recovery a little too much for Maximus. The health is too
slash
good.
in neutral. Shoulder charge. It armored through the cross-up.
Here we go. Cross-up Rekka series.
Taking Oki.
And he runs up DPs. He was trying to input a fireball, but in this game, if you're holding forward and you do that quarter circle motion, it reads it as a DP.
The way that you overcome that is that you do a half circle. The game will see the 100% as a quarter circle. I talked with Mayor Maximus yesterday when we were practicing Samurai Showdown, and he actually had that problem a lot, trying to do a dash-up quarter circle input, and it kept coming out as a DP multiple times. The solution that we found while lemming out for a moment is doing a running forward and then doing a half circle forward motion. That will tell the game, absolutely, I want a quarter circle rather than a DP input. As we're currently making sure that our next match is ready. The second match we were going to run on stream is running a little bit late. We're going to hear from a moment from our TO if he's made it here on time. If he's not here on time, then I'm going to swap out and run my matchup next, which is probably going to be an off-stream one.
We'll have to kind of like see
as we're
where that all
waiting
goes.
For info from the tournament organizer to see what our next match on stream is going to be. So when Excrutiation first talked to me about playing Samurai Showdown, I didn't quite expect it to be as easy and beautiful to get into the FGC fundamentals as it is. As we're getting a signal from the TO that I am swapping out commentary with our very own Mayor Maximus so that I can go and play my next sets.
Get those swapped in. Tanner, is your headset muted in voice meter right now? Mute it for me when you're not talking, because anything that they say, I hear. Appreciate you. There we go, and now we should be all set in. Hello, Mayor. How you doing, my friend?
Doing good.
Welcome to the stream.
Unfortunate to take that first loss.
Yeah, no, we that last interaction was, you know, that the DP buffering system in there.
Exactly. I was trying to do heavy Rekka for cross-up meaty.
And then, yeah, so it's just hard. I think Tabby mentioned the way around it was to do a half circle input.
Yep,
yeah,
Excrutiation gave me that advice. I need to implement that.
In time. Sam Show is beautiful for its simplicity.
Mhm.
Like, it's just sort of there to kind of teach you like these small fundamental things that are hugely important when you're going around and playing like any of the fighting games out here. That's one reason why I think actually Sam Show is certainly a game that was just taken too soon, as a lot of people would say. It came out like right at the cusp, like alongside Grand Blue Fantasyverse is a game that has, again, another very strong, active community. But, you know, in the era where it was only online with delay-based netcode, it's just, you know, people will look through and they'll shop for fighting games and say, why play this? Everything's getting rollback netcode. But there's a reason to play it. If you ever wanted a simple, fun,
If you
beautiful
can
game.
find a local or find a local setup offline, Sam Show is one of the best experiences for a fighting game.
It is cool. It is cool. I looked at this game. I was a Yoshitora player. You know, 7 swords out here. Just like, oh, yeah. One for each of my ladies, you know?
Creation very annoying with his Yoshitora.
And very passionate about the scene, too. He's been kind of the one trying to push this scene to sort of make a comeback. Offlines are returning in a lot more places, just as the pandemic cases are on the decline, as the vaccination for various parts of the country, particularly in Colorado, I think about 60 to 70% of adults are fully vaccinated in the state.
Oh.
So
I knew
we're
the
not in
number
the
was
we're not in the
getting up
same
there.
we are not in the same sort of like world that we were before. I mean, it's changed forever in a lot of ways. Some for the safety and betterment of us as a whole, and others maybe not so much. Here we go. Creatine, player
This is
one
actually
side.
an interesting character matchup because SilverTabby's character is really strong with the teleport with that umbrella. You'll see him throw it out a bunch and teleport to it. But Charlotte herself also has a pretty strong projectile in that triangle.
One thing I will say too is that SilverTabby's choice of character, I'm gonna have to see like what his design philosophy is. The teleport there might be a tool that he's into, but normally when he looks at a fighting game, he looks for girl, big sword.
Yep.
And you know, like I'm not seeing a big sword. I'm seeing an umbrella, but Tabby so far kind of playing a bit of zone. Got some fireballs going out. Ooh, but the jump.
Apparently he saw an early tier list which had 2 characters with umbrellas in the top tier, so he just picked a character with an umbrella.
That's also fair. That can be his design choice there. Creatine poking out with some lights. The teleport there.
One thing you'll see is when
Mix yourself.
when he does set up that umbrella, he actually loses a good chunk of his set. So it becomes this interesting balance of how much do you want to play the umbrella versus playing the character.
Gotcha. This game's coming down to the wire. Only 14 seconds left on the clock. Whiff punish. Tabby taking round 1.
Also has an umbrella super. Gotta watch out for it. You can't just stand on it.
All right, looking for the next setup here. Gonna poke Creatine. Poke him again. Smack him.
SilverTabby just throwing out a whole bunch of lights and mids.
All right, Creatine has full meter now. It's ticking down. He's got some buff specials that he can go for, but has to find the opportunity to come up into him. Both sides so far, they're just not really getting like huge, massive punishes or combos. It's sort of just like this poke ward and whiff punishing sequences.
Mid to mid.
All right, Tabby's own rage. Oh, getting poked down. Okay, we got some Oki. Chases the slide.
Oh.
Is that a punish? No way. Yeah, I was gonna say, get punished yourself. Ooh.
Very few supers in this game have invincibility. As long as you've got your hitbox out as they're doing for usually.
All right. Tied up in the round count right now. Creatine and SilverTabby 1-1. This game has a 60-second timer.
Very easy to get timeouts. I have done it a couple times so far just in casual. Not even playing super lame.
Let me tell you, it will feel like the longest minute of your life. All right, we get the nice punish. Creatine calling out these teleports. Gets a jump in. Tabby able to kind of take that full screen pressure.
Aerial umbrella very strong because he gets to act out of it super soon, but he cannot block out of it, so it's an interesting trade.
Oh,
when you
DP
sit
punish,
inside.
but Tabby missing out on a kill. Didn't cancel into a special or a super. Creatine.
Dare.
Yo, legit, this is like one touch. If Creatine gets the right kind of hit and follows it up, oh, the burst. Okay, we have a whole bunch of things. Goes for the throw. Rage flash. I can't remember what that one's called. But even with
Lightning strike.
lightning
I
strike.
believe.
Thank you. The lightning strike throw, such a powerful tool right there. You have to commit to jumping. There is no throw teching in this game.
It does heavily scale the damage of it, but it's guaranteed if you get it. So
And in that situation, too, with the health being as low as it is,
Yeah,
it's the
that was
only
a
play you
kill.
need. Creatine takes the first game. SilverTabby played fairly well right there. I just think it came down to the situation where Creatine used the system mechanic to really good effect, and Tabby didn't play around it.
It was third round, so likely would have been smart for SilverTabby to also his first in that scenario.
All right, calling out the teleport. Perfect anti-air. Creatine's kind of getting used to like the timing that Tabby wants to go in, and that's kind of the mix-up with the umbrella, right? When do you anti-air? Able to escape the situation, gets a smack. Again, Tabby planning successive poke after successive poke.
Creatine playing the umbrella a lot. Seems like Tabby might have seen best by throwing out the umbrella and then like chucking fireballs.
Oh, the close slash, not gonna be enough. No cancel. Tabby takes an important hit. Both of their meters are ticking down. That max range special, Tabby goes in. Oh, he just teleports!
Throw to teleport.
I don't know if he was trying to input a special because the umbrella was out. That's the only thing he could do.
I think he was throwing to make his teleport a bit safer.
Low poke. Gonna be enough to get.
Oh, chips out.
Yep. Gonna be the first win for Creatine. If you don't know, the umbrellas at the top of the screen, or the fans, not the umbrellas. We're seeing umbrellas flying around. I'm just thinking the wrong thing. The fans that you see at the very top of your screen actually will indicate how a round was won.
An orange fan indicates chip out. A regular red fan indicates a normal kill. A dark red fan indicates a lightning strike kill. And a green fan indicates a timeout. A purple fan indicates a weapon disarm kill.
Beautiful.
I believe those are the different.
You're just the mayor of the knowledge in this game, and that knowledge is Maximus, if I may say. All right. Ooh, is this going to be a punish? No, it's a safe jump. Tabby tried to anti-air with the super.
Has super meter on a whiff super. One thing I know Tabby likes to do.
And there it is. The throw into slash going to be enough to send Tabby down into the loser side. Creatine able to deal with the umbrella gimmicks or the plays that SilverTabby was trying to present. A brief chat with a TO. Excrutiation right there in that red shirt, the staff mark on it. Hanging out with a couple of the other players that we have. Dragon Ball crew, Sam Show crew. Those are regulars of mine out there.
Excrutiation, the TO that was really pushing Sam Show, really the one that got the tournament to as many entrants as it was. Got, I know Moose and I to enter like 2 weeks ago. And I believe SilverTabby also. Or no, it was SilverTabby and I 2 weeks ago, then Moose 1 week ago. So I know of at least 3 people within the past 2 weeks that he's gotten.
All very cool, all very cool. I see it growing. Oh, we got our bracket sort of steadily moving along, my friends. We did post the bracket in the chat for you. At one point, we got to update the Nightbot command to link you to the Samurai Showdown bracket, not the Guilty Gear Strive bracket. But we have it in the chat for you up now. If you join the stream a little bit later, we can get that for you.
They've got the Sam
as
Show
well
link
in a
there
bit.
too. Looks like we've got Roosh and the Charlotte player from last time are playing.
Creatine?
Yeah.
I didn't realize they were on the same side of the bracket. Actually, no, I think I saw that bracket before, yeah. It's going to be the TO himself stepping up.
Very
Hot-headed
strong.
enough to place himself at first place. First seed.
Actually, I heard it wasn't even him that seeded himself first. It was someone else.
That's OD. It's like, oh, you play this game? Okay, if you're passionate about it, you got to be good. And actually, I know he's been playing like quite a bit, and he's able to sort of win. What time is KOF? KOF will be in a few hours.
Whooped me consistently. So.
KOF will be streamed here on Akihabara Arcade after the Samurai Showdown bracket concludes. I think it starts about 2. See you in chat, Brian. Creatine Excrutiation. Starting things off. Excrutiation using the guard point. Now, if you don't know, Yoshitora's whole gameplay is that he's got 7 swords, 1 for each girl that he's ever loved. And he has a special 7th sword that he can only use after he's hit you with all of his 6 swords, each of them correlating with a special move.
Or if he hits you with his super special, he unlocks the 7th
Yes.
for the round.
Ooh, trying to run up a throw, and Creatine going for the DP. In this game, throws do not beat DP.
That 7th sword is so strong that really your only option is Lightning Strike. Like, unless you have something that powerful, he's just going to be able to chip you out, pressure you out if he unlocks that 7th sword.
Ooh, not jumping. I want to see some more JSs. Like, Excrutiation sort of like jumping and not committing to a button when Yoshitora has an amazing jump heavy. Tries a DP. Very little punish. Excrutiation making a lot happen with these. Chases the roll back. Creatine rolling in. Has to hold the projectile. Gets the low sweep.
Can't air block in this game, so jump-ins even without pressing a button are still unsafe.
Again, Excrutiation just kind of getting like these sweeps. Damage adding up. Good jump over the fireball. Playing the neutral out. And wonderful run-up DP to anti-air. Round 1.
He's got at least 3 of the specials so far.
All right. Here we go. Excrutiation Creatine. Round 2. Armor points again. Now, he's already had that sword. Now, you have several rounds within the game to try and stack up your swords. I think Excrutiation has only had 2. They actually trade Charlotte's DP with that deep jump heavy that Excrutiation threw out. Oh, but we got put him in the corner. Let's go. Looking for it. Excrutiation trying to navigate it through. Creatine getting his sweep again. Yeah. I don't... Running full screen. Run up and then, oh, that had to be a quarter circle.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, bust out with the enhanced special. Gonna take some sweet punishes here. No punish. Oh, and just barely gets caught. Just had a block. Throws out the heavy, and Creatine forgetting how many hits it is.
Yoshitora's heavy, very annoying because of how good it is at armor breaking. Because even if you block it, you're blocking
Beautiful
5
armor
hits.
through that projectile. Excrutiation slowing down. He's able to actually anti-air with that. Gets himself another sword. Runs up, misses the DP. He bursts, though. Creatine was looking for it already. And Excrutiation, 13 seconds on the clock. You can just chill. He goes with the lightning slash.
Lightning strike.
And there it is, the punish.
Excrutiation able to take game 1. Going Lai's top seat.
Still very scary. Very little life left on him in that exchange.
Oh, yeah.
The lightning strike.
I thought he was dead after
I thought he was dead,
blocked.
but I think that Creatine missed like an optimal punish.
Yeah, I know Genjiro, you need close-knit specials there.
All right. Excrutiation up 1-0. Creatine having plenty of life to him. Excrutiation is only really able to sort of use the 2-1-4 input, getting the guard point super, which gets low crush right there. But there you go. Look at that overhead range. That was an overhead. You got to stand to block that.
Gross.
Now that's a car cancel. You do the universal overhead, but then you cancel that into his aerial fireball input.
Oh,
So that's how you do that from that range.
okay.
There you go. Catches him. 2 flowers have been collected. Run up, dash strike. Not blocking. He's getting countered. So Excrutiation's pressing a button after he blocks the first hit. Not respecting the block string pressure. Heavy slash. Rip him apart.
Third points in, you need to punish that with like a kick attack or something real fast.
Throw him down. Get the block. Throws out the heavies again. And heavies are genuinely pretty punishable, but Yoshitora's heavy slash pushes him so far back. Into this game, they added the mechanic of guard break, where if you're blocking too many things, too many heavy slashes like that, you can eventually just eat the full hit.
So it is punishable if you're cornered or if you're like right in his face when he hits heavy slash. If there's any distance between you block a heavy slash, he's safe.
Catches him in the air to air. Excrutiation with the health advantage. Now it's Creatine's 3 seconds left on the clock. Excrutiation has to go in. He's checking his inputs. Gets the anti-air. He just backs up.
away,
Full screen.
Backs away.
Timer scammed.
There's the green fairy. The win's a win.
That is some of the most entertaining aspect about Samurai Shodown. It comes down to these little interactions, and with the timer being so short and the damage being so high as it is, you could just do that. We just take those.
Just about every moment in this game is hype. Because something insane could always happen.
All right. Trying to get those heavy pokes through. Tries a guard point through, but Loses the armor just as he gets into the fireball range. All right, it feels like Creatine's kind of getting a feel for where he needs to be, whereas Excrutiation is finding opportunities to poke, especially using Yoshitori's amazing heavy slash. Oh, he fakes it out, the dodge, throw, command throw even. That's another flower. At least 3, possibly 4 collected. He definitely needs to get...
No, he needs the spin.
Yeah, he needs the spin, for sure, for sure. I don't think he's hit the guard. No, he's hit the guard point once.
He's hit guard point. He's hit command grab.
Oh! Okay. Curse situation. Jumps over the DP, able to get his long close slash animation to actually land a punish.
I think that's a hit fireball when she did the heavy version.
Run up throw. Has to burst. Burst back. And now you don't have the resource there. Lightning strike.
Shouldn't kill. Oh, no,
It's
it does.
Oh, it does! I thought there was a pixel, but bleeds him out, and there it is. The #1 seed himself advancing on.
Moving on, that should be to winners semis. I can pull up our bracket real quick.
You should see it pretty soon.
Yep. That is Excrutiation moving on to winners semifinals. We've got our other winner, or another, his
Match,
opponent
yeah.
playing in
You
down
play
off stream.
the winner of Big Tummy Dummy and Crackin Atkins, who, if y'all have been hanging out with our streams, has been in on Melty Blood, commentated Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. I actually fought him last night in Guilty Gear Strive.
Right?
Yeah,
I remember you fighting
super fun
Crackin'
set.
Atkins.
Very close. Probably like just one of the most patient footsie-based sets. It almost looks like a Sam Show game. In a way.
He could be. He's super well prepared for this.
I mean, hey, if you sign up for Samurai Showdown, you're either interested or you messed with it,
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
Like you don't just sign up for Sam Show because it's like, oh, cool. It's you sign up for Sam Show because you have an interest.
Yeah.
This speaks to you in a way, and or maybe it's just to make your money back and have some fun. Excrutiation again, wanting to have his pot donation be spread out to all the top 8. That way, it's just like, if you basically play, you almost like, make your money back.
There's 11 entrants. There's only going to be 3 people that don't make their money back.
Right? But hey,
Oh,
part of the
SilverTabby's
competition.
up on stream.
Oh yes, we're gonna see the boy. Tabby and Blue Thunder.
Ooh, I've
Blue
also
Thunder.
seen Blue Thunder playing a lot at a high level.
Yeah, a Blue
in
Thunder.
multiple games.
Infamous in Colorado for playing
Okay.
every game possibly imaginable under the sun. We're gonna have a little swap out.
Little swap of commentary. Mayor Maximus for Excrutiation.
Mayor Maximus having to fight the man that the TO himself sent down to the loser side of the bracket. And here we are. Well, welcome. Welcome, my friend.
Thank you.
Look at you go. Are you happy to be making most of your money back? Progressively further and further?
I mean, I'd be more happy if people fucking showed up for bracket, but that's another story.
That's
you know?
another story. Winter outside. Winter Showdown is finally beginning to act like its namesake. And, of course, the roads, terrible. Yeah. People are looking out there and like, I'm not too into this idea of showing up for this one. And it's not just Sam Show. It's over with like Tekken 7, which we're having a little pop-off over there on the stream right now. Hell yeah, brother. But yeah, some people, it's very uncomfortable to drive in the snow. Some vehicles aren't really suited for it. Some people aren't experienced with that kind of weather as well. And first and foremost, safety is always a priority for any event. Not 100%. Only just with like traveling, but also like with the COVID policies, right? That cases are on the decline, but we can never be too careful. We can never be too safe. Until the pandemic is fully behind us, we're going to try and keep things as safe for all of our competitors, especially those who are at high risk, as safe as we can. Many ways to do it, many ways to go about it.
I'm happy with the people that are here too. Things are already getting a little hype. Can't quite hear it on stream, but this is just the beginning of Colorado Sam Show. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's all you're gonna say. That's all you're gonna say. This man has a mission and a purpose, and it's
money.
to throw lightning slash you.
Lightning slashes after throw, bursting through your throw.
What you had to do, right?
The Sam Show Classic, yeah.
Sam Show Classic.
Gotta respect Jubei though.
Gotta respect
Gotta
Jubei.
respect Jubei.
Yeah, right. Here we go. Blue Thunder, rocking in a character I recognize, Rushang, and SilverTabby going back to the Gongsun Lee. This is the loser side of the bracket, if I recall correctly. After all, Tabby did lose to Creatine earlier.
Indeed it is. First round loser.
All right. We kind of have to see. Things go.
Man, these guys are just swinging right now. Oh, now we see some traps from Ryujing.
Just in time for it to be completely biffed out. Rolls out of the corner, avoiding that trap. They trade fireballs, but Blue Thunder actually getting knocked down off of that? That's insane. A fireball that knocks you down? Bruh.
He needs it, okay?
Look, I'm not going to dispute that. Because I'm not going to talk about balance in this game. I'm just here to commentate.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just a commentator.
Fair enough.
Haven't used that line all weekend. Cashing
Good
it
time
out.
to pull it out now.
Yeah, exactly. Just cashing out just now for you.
Man, Blue Thunder came to play. He's looking pretty good right
Ooh,
now.
but
hit
Tabby
by the
finally
weapon
gets the
flip.
anti-air. All right, now we're blocking the shield.
Oh.
Blue Thunder gets the throw, but
Nice.
smack him.
Nice. Big punish on the throw with.
When you lose your weapon, you are severely at a disadvantage. Can you block or can you not block?
You can block,
Okay.
but I believe you take chip.
Yeah, like higher than normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take higher than normal chip. After all, you're blocking with your arms, not a weapon.
Exactly.
It's like
Blue
real
Thunder
life.
making the adjustment here. He's actually camping the umbrella. That's really important in this matchup. Oh, I don't know about that, though.
Ooh, he's able to
Ooh,
escape.
close.
The teleport. I don't know if any
No
other
punish
character
on
can
that.
escape.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know either.
All right,
This umbrella bitch is really good at
umbrella. Man walks in.
really good at getting away.
She
with
has a name. It's right there on the
it.
screen.
My bad. Gong Soon Lee is really good at getting away. Very annoying character to play against
right.
and to try and chase down.
All right,
Ooh, nice
umbrella.
throw. Can you finish it off? Ooh, nice
Fire
throw.
knockdown. Lightning,
Nice
but
setup.
Tabby able to still roll through and collecting umbrella. Smacks him with the slash.
Big trade going in Tabby's favor there, and that's game one.
Take those, we take those. SilverTabby up 1-0. And of course, classic Tabby fashion. Let me chat up my opponent.
Yeah.
Let me talk to him.
Wouldn't be a tournament without Tabby talking about frame data. In between
Yeah,
sets.
frame data or something, or just particular interaction. If he knows about frame data in this game, he truly is an encyclopedia.
I wouldn't put it past it.
I wouldn't either. I'm pretty sure he's done like maybe a little bit of research, especially, you know, if he's playing Gongsun at the level that he's at,
Yeah.
which seems
got-
acceptable.
You got to know some stuff in this game. Blue Thunder making the switch to Earthquake. I don't know how that's going to shake up in this matchup, but I like
remember
the
it.
switch. I don't
If
think he
Earthquake was as
doing
annoying
it.
as I remember that character, it could quite be a big deal.
Oh, 100%. Hopefully Tabby can knock him out here so I don't have to play him at some point.
Wow. Wow.
Got to keep it real, you know.
Keep it real, keep it real. All right, get the block there.
Nice punish. Ooh, nice jump in.
All right,
Nice.
the Kusarigama. Try and control
I don't
space.
know
What do you
what
mean you
Tabby
can
was
fly
going-
like a witch? This guy just
Tabby
hopped
was
on that
looking for
earthquake like,
something there, I guess. Oh, nice. Very good
Right,
punish there
but-
on the teleport.
I think they missed like the special and knockdown off that throw.
Yeah, could have gotten more for sure.
Ooh, okay, somehow Tabby able to avoid, has to block, poke him out. Now Gongsun has that umbrella right there. Still able to throw projectile. Beautiful side switch to get under the jump. So here we go, this oppressive sight. Oh, the anti-air super again! Weapon flip! Put that chain away, boy. He's gonna land near it. Takes control of it. But the body slam! Girl, let me tell you, it's not the Kusarigama that's the weapon to worry about. It's my breakfast.
It was all just a ploy to get him with the belly flop.
That was actually insane from Blue Thunder. Showing a lot of comfort with this character. Catching Tabby, throwing these out. Oh, I remember this. That mega active grab.
That's a scary thing to be. See it coming at you. Earthquake getting, or Blue Thunder getting a lot of mileage out of these jumping flashes. Tabby doesn't seem to be ready for him.
There we go. Catching him there. Nice
Oh,
anti-air.
there he goes. He's trying to fish out the jump with that. Finally gets a connection on it.
No, Blue Thunder's going to keep jumping until Tabby consistently anti-airs.
Yeah.
They trade.
Oh, big trade. Blue Thunder in a good spot here. Oh, but Tabby able to call it out before the active break.
But
Oh,
the
belly
body
flop.
slam again.
I
Second
love it.
first.
I
Same
love
as the
it.
first. Sets all tied up. 1-1, my friends.
Wonder if Tabby can make the adjustments. One thing he was telling me before the match is, as long as he faces characters he knows, he feels confident. That being said, I don't know anybody that plays Earthquake, and it showed in that last match.
I think Tabby's got to just make some of the adjustments right there. Try and stop Blue Thunder from jumping with these sickles. Keeps throwing the umbrellas out when I think he needs to be doing more of that flight move that knocked Blue Thunder out of the air. If he can consistently do that, make him play on the ground.
Or try and maybe dash under it too.
There we
Oh,
go.
there he goes.
Okay, first time. Teleports in, gets slashed.
Pretty good defense defense by Tabby. They're just kind of trading little hits back and forth.
Oh, the
Good
roll
throw.
forward.
Throw.
Nice. Gonna teleport back. Fireball. Tries the air there. You can see Tabby making the adjustment now.
Yeah, trying different options. It's not really working out too much. Oh,
Oh,
there you go.
non-committal.
That's a good one. There you go.
There we go. He's finally getting these called out. Now Blue Thunder is going to lose the round.
5 heavy to close it out. You love to see it.
Thick damage. All right, now Tabby. Kind of poking, going low. Cloud just kind of wiggling here, able to
Got out of the
disengage.
corner. That's good, though.
Anti-airs. Goes for the weapon flip.
Did he get it?
No, gets
Oh,
sweeped out. No iframes.
Good block on the body block.
Trying to
though.
punish with these, and no. Labbing as you play, as I think is happening.
Yeah, you just got to try things sometimes and see if they work.
Yeah, and then after you realize it, yeah, just kind of. Oh, the umbrella. He knew.
Almost.
Knowledge check.
Oh, nice.
Knowledge
nice,
check.
Nice. That was the perfect time to teleport. Right when Blue Thunder.
Ooh, the
Tabby
command
got
grab.
in.
I'm surprised she's alive. All right.
Last hit situation.
Chases the
Second
roll.
last hit situation.
There it is.
Trade.
All right, Blue Thunder answering back. We saw him be a lot more grounded in that match. Less jumping, less using the sickles. Just as Tabby made that adjustment. So now, we got to fan the ground game. Heavy Slash going to do quite a bit. Meets him in the
Nice
air
air.
perfectly. Teleports
Good
through.
teleport.
Oh
nice
my God.
air.
Yo, Tabby
This
dissected.
is all Tabby on the screen. Oh.
Goes for the weapon flip.
And that's going to connect. This is not looking great.
Surprise Tabby didn't burst. Gets thrown again.
Oh, not like this.
He grabbed the umbrella but gets punished for it. Another one.
No.
This is what I mean.
Make a burst. Make a burst.
Okay, Tabby able to
All right, reset to neutral.
reset, but
Ooh,
the
bad
jumps are coming
fireball.
back. Catches him low. Blue Thunder in control. No, that's not gonna punish. It's a sweep. No. You're fishing. You're fishing, and you get hit
no.
low right there. Blue Thunder will go on and advance. SilverTabby eliminated the Samurai Showdown bracket.
Good, solid match there. I wish I saw Tabby dash under a little bit more when Blue Thunder jumped into the air to try and get out from that sliding motion that he was doing. But yeah, unfortunately, just not able to make the adjustment and paid dearly for it.
I think Tabby made the adjustments to deal with the air-to-air situations, but then once Blue Thunder adjusted to that, played more of a ground approach, Tabby kind of got lost a little bit in that excursion. Not to mention that there were several situations where he could have picked up simpler punishes, but instead fished for the weapon flip technique, saying, can I punish with this? And as a wise man once told me, if you're labbing as you're playing the match, you're losing.
100%. 100%. And we saw it right there, unfortunately.
Right. So that would be that particular round.
Yeah, Tabby's unfortunately out of the tournament at 7th place, it looks like.
Blue Thunder making it to losers quarterfinals.
Yeah. 1 game away from top 4.
Speaking of, I guess we're going to have Shen and Cross on stream next, you think? Or
That's a good question. I think that's probably the way to go. I'll
You're
be right back.
Yeah, you're the TO. You better yell at people. Hope you're all enjoying yourselves today here at Winter Showdown 8, my friends. It is Sunday. Shoutouts once again to SNK for helping us out with the prize pool for this event, giving us a little bit of sponsorship money for King of Fighters, which will be coming on after Samurai Showdown finishes. In the meanwhile, as well, we're going to be having a little caster switch up. I think we're going to have probably something a little more firmly set. Let our TO focus on running the event and kicking some ass. As the Tabby himself makes the return. Welcome back.
Hello. As one of the main downsides of the Samurai Showdown event is that all the people who knew the game and were able to commentate it were also playing the game.
Right? And I'm just here.
Ooh. As we have our favorite, I'm just here, Seed Mangaka commentating with.
It's all good. It's all good. I may give Excrutiation a cute bit of teasing flack for getting into Samurai Showdown. However, like I see the passion, the energy that he has for it, and the fact he's been able to put a bracket together like this, and how, like, you know, again, like I'm being reminded about like what this game is able to celebrate in fighting games and what it is able to contribute. And I think it's like really cool. It is still such a very cool game to sort of look at, play as well.
And it has this nice balance between reminding you of all the pure FGC fundamentals while also having a bizarrely large character variety. For such a just everyone's heavy slash is punishable with heavy slash on block and like extremely minus frames with just one button special cancel, they've come up with a huge variety of characters, especially just off of that really basic premise.
So we are going to be getting into our next match. We will have Shen versus GD Cross for our first winner semifinals of the evening. I say evening as if it's only not 1:21 p.m. in the afternoon.
Everything is the evening in your heart if you believe it in it.
Look, it's just the evening of Winter Showdown 8, all right? We are entering in that last arc of it, the final day.
Our third and final day of Winter Showdown 8 at Akihabara Arcade in Westminster, Colorado. Brought to you by SNK and SNK Games, including Samurai Showdown and King of Fighters, happening in 1 hour from now.
Would you believe it that this man said all of that with no, like, title card, no ad read? That was just natural. Just invented. Here we go. Shiki. I remember this character, and she was super cool. People were really into her. Fairly weak at launch. I think she's gotten some buffs over the course of it to be a lot more acceptable. And so far, Zhen off to a good start.
With using beautiful options to jump in with. Remember, For Honor, the actual game, there's no jump button in For Honor. So all of Warden's abilities are fundamentally grounded and focused on the ground.
But here we go. Cross getting an air-to-air.
As
Able to
such,
retreat.
I do like Zhen's choices in order to go for this very aerial-based game that he's been showing us so far.
But GD Cross, again, meeting him with these air-to-airs.
Adapting already in less than half a life bar.
Oh, the shoulder armor
shoulder
through,
charge.
slash him. Goes in for the mix, but Zhen able to block and punish with a sweep. Chases the back tick, but Cross jumping out. A huge heavy slash.
Perfect heavy slash.
What do you mean she died? What do you mean?
He does have one of the lower hit point pools in the game, as I was told she's supposed to be the mix-up character, although I haven't seen very many mixes so far, aside from Wake Up DP.
Yeah, beautiful choice right there. Zhen just really hasn't been able to get some of that offense started, I think. They're going to be jumping around, able to disengage. Again, we saw Zhen sort of take the early lead here. And we're seeing some like the optimal like follow-ups there. We saw like slash into special move, right? That's one thing you're going to be on the lookout for, is those normal buttons into special confirms. DP's through the armor.
Gets through the armor on the shoulder charge. Jumping over Warden's all of his grounded specials. And using the knockdown in order to get overhead Oki.
Goes for the mix, throw. Another time. Able to kind of goes for the short little poke right there. Cross. Both of these characters have one hit, by the way.
2 hits, apparently.
The right kind of hit. Oh, and the command throw. Step on him.
Down. Now on to game point with that perfect command throw. Jumping back, jumping forward. Having a hard time targeting the landing recovery frames. A moment slow on the heavy punish.
All right, here we go. Sending him across. Able to just sort of disengage.
Beautiful instant block.
The sweep coming through right there. Both players having their meter maxed out, so their specials are buffed.
Although GD Crosses is draining over time. Gets the throw into the weapon arch.
Oh, I gotta see this.
Going to be huge. Rolling out of the corner to not being able to get the weapon. Pulls it out with the knockdown.
Beautiful play right there from Zhen, understanding the system mechanics, navigating it exactly how it needed to be.
Both the meters expired.
Oh, the throw whiffing, the shoulder charge rather.
GD Cross deciding not to press the follow-up for the shoulder by seeing the late landing.
Oh, here we go, throw. And there's the burst from Zhen. Saves it for the opportune moment. Goes for the lightning slash.
Too early as Cross takes the first round. 1-0.
Disgusting damage, disgusting finisher. As we're going to see now the adjustments coming through. Again, Zhen playing quite well for most of that set. But, you know, kind of like throwing it at the end right there. Just with like the lightning slash attempt. Getting punished.
We've been seeing very few times in this tournament where the burst into the lightning slash has actually been a good move. Usually the opponent blocked him almost every time.
Cross throwing out.
Recovers in time in order to get a jab out.
Both sides just kind of like throwing the buttons, controlling space. Sweeps.
Playing aggressive sword-based footsies.
Or, you know, or hand-based. But nice, the dash attack and the catch.
It up.
Looking for the roll back, goes for another one, no punish. Not sure if one was available.
I don't think that one was available. One of the downsides that Zhen's character has with the smaller swords is that a lot of her attacks are smaller than most of the casts. As such, she has slightly better frame data than most of them to work with.
Zhen going to be forced into the weapon flip technique again. Rolls forward, giving up the positioning for the weapon, and now Cross able to kind of get things going. Goes for a dodge, looking for some kind of poke out. Zhen actually not really in position to even go for their weapon. They're just finishing with their hands and feet. Fully walking back.
You don't need
And there you go. Okay, Will is able to pick it up. Cross try to camp from full screen.
getting a jab punish.
8 seconds left on the
Single
clock.
hit. The time runs out, then Cross gets it, but dash up low.
I did not know who was going to win the timeout. Cross didn't want to
know
settle
either.
it.
That was going to be so close.
All right, Cross up now. This is his game point. Now, this is winter semifinals, so if Shen does lose, they will be just sent down to the loser side of the bracket. Losers quarters. So plenty of chance to see the Arshiki again. We are streaming the entirety of the top 8. Or most of it. We might have done like losers round 3, skip that one, but losers quarters and up. Ooh, the slash.
The beautiful overhead slash. Look at that gigantic chunk of damage.
Roll forward DP, catching the jump, crazy. Oh, at full screen! The super. Oh, yeah. Oh. Let me tell you, what a sight when you die.
Beautiful full screen super from Zhen.
Catching him out perfectly. Way to sneak the round in. Has all the resources available as well, so that was just perfectly done. Like, how can you not like see that and go, yo, that was sick? That was sick, as Tasty Steve would say.
They put so much effort into making this game look absolutely beautiful. And it's showing.
All right. Oh, Cross not blocking the jumping. Take some damage right there, but again, meeting the air
the anti-airs in this game are pretty weak overall. So it's actually pretty hard in order to challenge a jump in like you would in Street Fighter per se.
If your character has an invulnerable DP, it's a little different story, but not every character does. You gotta see, kind of jumping through, not reacting. Until Fighters is a Cross as a Fighters player with all the jumping. All these players having a history in anime games.
Hey, jumping has always been powerful. It only stopped being powerful once people learned how to anti-air.
Very true. Okay, he's gonna get just a jab punish. And there it is, the heavy slash guard broken. Cross having to spend the burst before he dies at the hit flash. Runs up lightning slash. It's gonna be heavily scaled.
But taking Zhen down to 1 or 2 hits left.
But now there's no meter for Cross to use. Burst is not available. Some supers are also gone. Oh, the jab anti-air, bruh. Getting all kinds of jumping and catches him with the dash.
Cross taking it 2-0, but a tight game. As Zhen is going to be sent down to loser side and still has a good chance at this tournament.
Beautiful stuff.
Beautiful play from our For Honor player. I need to actually go back and re-download For Honor. I've heard that they've done some pretty good things to the game. And
I touched it within the last year. There's a lot of very cool characters that have been added to the game, like the Chinese faction that they did. They've kind of done a lot of healthy rebalancing of the game as well. More characters have unblockables, and because of like how the feint system works with the parry system in there, you know, because you threaten an unblockable, okay, you either have to dodge it or you parry it. So, but a lot of the unblockables are feintable. So you see the unblockable and you try to parry it, and then you get punished for trying to parry.
Creating a mixed situation. That launch version of For Honor that I played, most of the attacks, almost every single last one of them was not only reactable, but parry reactable.
A lot of them were, and then the characters that had like the unreactable stuff that you just had to be vortex and shoved into, characters like Warden, characters like Warlord, for example. It wasn't a good time, but no, way more fun. Also, how dare you threaten me with that when I just uninstalled it? Because I haven't touched it in months. Tabby, I will go to the fields with you. I will take up the sword. I have customized my Orochi so much.
Wait, I thought I was playing Orochi as well.
Well, I don't usually play him. I'll do them in duels, but like usually I play them.
I was playing like the lady at this poison spear.
Oh, what was her name? Chat, help me out. What was her name? Nobuchi.
I think it was Nobuchi.
Nobuchi, yeah. She's all right now. Yeah. There was a lot of bugs and exploits
from the start because just giant spear normals outranged most people, and because of the poison effect, even just a single tap from a light gave way more damage than many people's heavies.
Well, I think she actually she was kind of low tier because you could just react to her stance stuff pretty well and just insta parry. But like the problem then came like where she had like these unlocked attack glitch that she could do. So she would swing and then unlock, so you'd fly the other way, and then it would come all the way around. It was some very cheeky stuff. And even like Shugoki was just a character where he unlocked, sprinted at you, and it was a 50-50. It was, am I going to run up, grab you, or am I going to charge you, knock you down, and hit you with a heavy? And the grab also led into a heavy.
Fighting games are interesting because you need some stuff to be reactable, but if absolutely everything is reactable, then just no one will ever get hit. It's actually one of the things that makes Dragon Ball good is because the basic stuff is all reactable, so you can, in fact, never get hit. As we're watching Crackin, Atkins, and our very own TO, Excrutiation, going straight into it.
Now, Crackin Atkins is a very competent player in several fighting games. So when they have, I see the bow and arrow coming through. Dash attack gonna get punished. Just a nice little short jab punish. Great ground to air to ground. Guard point gonna get punished, but the sweep tried and true for Excrutiation.
Excrutiation has been playing this game a ton, using Yoshitoro's unique build up all swords in order to unlock a super move, a mechanic.
Haven't quite seen it yet.
It is pretty hard to use, but it does count across the entire match rather than across the round.
Oh, heavy slash gonna get interrupted.
One of the single largest heavy slashes in the entire game as well.
And yo, man, Mina actually having several options I've already seen. She's pulling out the bow and arrow, and she can actually like choose, shoot it high, shoot it low, put the arrow away. A lot of feints right there, and Crackin Atkins takes a very convincing round one.
As one of the main downsides of Yoshitoro that Excrutiation's playing is that because you want to hit every single last one of your specials, including the ones that just don't make sense right now,
Nice counter.
with the red sword being unlocked.
Take him through, sweep gets interrupted. Gonna be
Straight
weapon
into
flip
weapon
technique.
flip art. It does it flip all 6, 7 of his swords? It
Oh,
does.
Yeah, it's a bundle on the ground. Gonna take the punish
jump
for it.
in.
All right, pressure. Gonna run up. And
Run-ups and DPs because he's trying to unlock the green sword.
that or he wanted a core circle input, but he didn't do the input buffer correctly. Crackin Atkins actually spent the burst, wants to end the game now. Excrutiation fires off his own.
Looks
Both
like
oh,
it
lightning
punishes
storm get
the
punished.
Jumped in. It looked like Excrutiation was afraid of a throw with that little hit points left in order to take the lightning cancel off of the throw. So he jumped out of it in order to burst.
And yo, that was a very convincing set. Everything that was punishable got punished, and things looked optimal and polished. Crackin Atkins might be the gut check for the Colorado Sam Show scene that Excrutiation's trying to revive. Like, yo, if we're gonna play this game, we gotta play like this.
Absolutely. They doubled the base roster in DLC since the start. Although two of the DLC characters are freebies because they were crossovers from various other games.
There's the overhead. DP now.
Unlock the green sword and the red sword.
We're just collecting all of them. Pokemon, gotta catch them all.
Quite literally.
Run up command throw. That's 3 already. Excrutiation's having a great round. This is a throw. Probably going for the spin sword.
So, with Atkins playing that slower, punishing defensive style, it means that Excrutiation's
nice jump.
been able to do these jump-ins and these throws in order to get his swords unlocked.
Mad damage, mad combo length. Excrutiation having a round.
I think he's got 5 of the 6 swords done.
To be the case. I think he needs the core circle forward and the guard point. He's got
Which he
the
just threw
overhead.
out in neutral, showing like, yes, he needs this one sword left.
And Mina just not come into anything. Armor point, still able to block.
Safe jumps, the armored reversal.
Trying to get these jumps through. The sweep poking through. Crackin Atkins not giving this last bit of life up without a fight. Excrutiation getting zoned out. 16 seconds. I don't think Crackin can reasonably chip him.
No, I don't think so either.
I think you just chill. I think you just sit
has
full
to
screen.
take a risk in order to win this round. Especially at the guard point coming from half screen.
And Excrutiation already showing the feint. And now Crackin Atkins like, okay, you understand what you need to be doing here. And there it is.
Heavy, tried to punish a jump in, got safe jumps. The beautiful hairstyle flip from Excrutiation, taking a round back.
All right. That was a very good round. Again, ooh, gets his input potentially crossed up. It works out for him, though. Already has the sword, though. Blocks the overhead. Tries to input the heavy slash. Excrutiation has to be a little bit more thoughtful.
Catches an anti-air with the heavy slash.
Yo, punishing the bow as well with a dash attack. That was clean. Run up, throw. Gives up the corner. Has the sword already. He needs to
I
collect the
might
other
reset
two.
the swords at the end of the round if you don't get all 6.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
It carries through. It will reset the swords if you like use
Dash
the
attack.
super, the special sword. The second one. Tries to get this core
Bursts
circle
out.
forward. And you can see Crackin Atkins chasing a jump right there. Threatening throw all the way through. And Excrutiation just saying, nah, fam. I
I'm
don't
just going
care.
to sit here.
There's the throw finally. There's the burst from Excrutiation. Goes for his own. No way to
And-
get out of it. Lightning slash.
Survives with a
Still
pistol.
living. And the lightning slash gets
Punishes it.
completely punished.
1-1 Excrutiation.
And she's torn in half! My God, this game is sick.
She'll get better.
She'll get better.
I mean, how else is going to press rematch?
I got better. All right, we've seen 2 decisive games from both of these players right now. Crackin Atkins checking Excrutiation. Excrutiation saying, okay, I can play Sam Show.
The beautiful back and forth adaptations we're seeing in every single round is showing that the simplicity of Samurai Showdown gets you to the mental layer of fighting games so quickly. The
Run up DP, bruh. Illegal.
Green sword.
Armor point.
Tries the armor point, but hits it a little bit too late.
Looking for the next hit. Tries to cancel, but Crackin able to interrupt. Checks the run-in. Guard point.
Gets
Too
safe
slow.
jumps.
That arrow is very safe, it seems. Throwing out the empowered moves now. We got the next sword. Takes his time to run up.
Unlocked.
Jab checks. Run up. Goes for the weapon flip technique. And Crackin Atkins
First
says,
out.
no, I want my weapon. Now, he's not going to have this resource for the next round, though.
Might not need it. He only needs one more round to claim the match.
But I don't know if Mina's the kind of character that potentially doesn't really benefit from having the empowered specials. I mean, every character would, but maybe it's not so important. Punishes the DP.
On the other hand, that bow has to...
Finally a counter hit.
With the move that Excrutiation had the hardest time unlocking, which was the guard points in neutral. He's threatening his like 3/4 screen heavy slash to try and punish the arrows.
All right. It's the anti-air
Beautiful
again.
dash up. That one was already unlocked.
And loses the corner, gets put it into him himself. And Crackin Atkins just needs one more mix. Excrutiation's going to burst.
Doesn't want to deal with it.
And the air-to-air
Air
going
to air.
Crackin way.
Excrutiation is going to be sent down to loser's side as Crackin Atkins is going to be waiting in winners finals.
Where he fights GD Cross, actually. So that is our winner side of the
Which-
top 8 set.
I would like to see the matchup between this character and Warden because Warden's shoulder tackles got that point of armor to get through the arrows. So you might actually be able to see Warden being a strong matchup here. Like, I
So
want to
we're
see how that one plays out.
We'll have to see that pretty soon. Excrutiation going to take a look at the bracket, update it, see what match we're going to get next on stream. I imagine it's a loser quarterfinal max, and actually
We're
see
seeing
the players
Zhen
coming up now.
and Mayor Maximus coming up to the stage right now.
This will be a Shiki,
Genjuro.
Genjuro.
With his cross-up Rekkas that go into a hard knockdown. They look super dramatic, and I think that might be the reason why he was overpowered on release, is like these dramatics slashing through paintings every single time he goes through a Rekka set. The developers just had to make it do a ton of damage. But these days, they have gotten a number of nerfs on the Genjuro, so it only does moderate damage. The main advantage of the Rekka series is that big knockdown that he's going to be able to use to set up his projectile that goes into an overhead on block. I'd like to see how Shiki manages to deal with that. Shiki does have a DP, but because of the cross-up threats from the Rekka series, that DP might just get crossed up every time.
True.
So, from just seeing these characters showing up on only a small number of sets, we're already seeing people adapt to them wonderfully. This is actually a really well-designed game. Maybe we should have Samurai Showdown brackets more often.
I think we will. I think Excrutiation is going to bring that one back. And listen, if he can do this with Sam Show, I can do this with BB Tech. That's going to be
BB
my
Tag
weird
is
here to
getting
dial.
rollback netcode. It has it on PC already. The PlayStation version is still waiting for the patch to come out. Speaking of BB Tag, I have a copy of all the DLC that we can play in casuals afterwards, while King of Fighters is going on in just under an hour on this very stream.
If I
on
can
Akihabara
slink
1.
away and not have something to do today, I will have something to do today. I'm more than down, but also I got to actually practice and learn combos.
Okay,
Because I gotta pick up I gotta pick a team and do all that stuff and start from the ground up.
So, due to BB Tag's auto combo structure, it's not that hard in order to practice and pick up a character. You can actually lab in the middle of the game, even if you're losing, because it's casuals. Who cares if we lose?
This is true. This is true. Well, yeah, we'll look at that one. In the meanwhile, friends, we are not in that timeline. We are in the timeline where we have Samurai Showdown here at Winter Showdown 8 Sunday games. Thank you, SNK, for your help with this event.
You know,
The sponsor money.
I want to see a 2v2 Samurai Showdown tag game.
Right. Is this already loser semis or is it loser quarters?
Loser semis. We had a relatively small bracket and 2 no-shows today, so we're going pretty deep into the bracket quickly.
So we're going to get going into this one, my friends here.
as I just got informed by the TO that this is in fact losers quarters and not losers semis, as we still have
you acknowledge that,
handful of
boys?
maps.
I thought we didn't talk about that, boys. Losers quarterfinals.
The
Mayor
DP
Maximus.
only punishes it with a minor kick. The cross up, just like what I was talking about, a hard knockdown, runs up.
Mayor Maximus looking a lot more comfortable on this Genjiro than he did when we saw him earlier on stream. Dash attack, not going to get punished. Mayor Maximus trying to do a heavy, it seems. Or
Resorting to
potentially
just
a flash.
using the elbow check in order to make guarantee a punish. Better to get some damage than none. The anti-air trades heavily in Mayor Maximus' favor. The
jump in over
Not
the
able to-
fireball. Flash him. Mayor with the health lead. Gets the punish this time.
Zhen goes down, taking the first round for Mayor Maximus.
All right, Mayor out here.
Jumps over, not able to get a strong punish.
Short little jab check right there. Shen now with
I like
full
the
meter.
throw.
Weapon flip technique, and Mayor
Burst
says,
out of it.
Gonna smack him a little bit. Gets the lightning slash.
Beautiful reversal. Half of Zhen's life gone.
But all of Mayor Maximus is metered now as well. He's got to close out this round
If he
without
doesn't
that
close
resource.
out this round, losing that burst is going to be a dramatic loss.
Record
That
series
is
punish.
punishable with a heavy slash right there.
Looks like a dash attack only there from Shen, so could have been missed opportunity potentially. Or I'm just completely wrong.
A lot of people think that that's only punishable with a medium. I found that a lot of characters' close heavy slashes have just enough frame data in order to punish it.
Oh, the cross-up was disgusting in
Beautiful
Shen.
cross-up. Then stealing the round after losing half of his health to Super. Mayor
And
Maximus
now-
in a bad spot without access to weapon flip or burst.
Precisely. We're going to have to see if Mayor Maximus is going to be able to stabilize and recover.
Taking the knockdown with part one.
Baits the DP.
Able to get the hit grab.
I think he could have had a better punish than that one. The hit grab kind of having a little more scaling to it. DP's very punishable, just like in most fighting games.
Although Mayor Maximus could have gotten a heavy slash punish there, the hit grab gives a hard knockdown. The heavy slash only leads to a soft knockdown.
So, taking the Oki.
One of the reasons why in the first match we saw with Mayor Maximus on screen, Mayor Maximus kept whipping that dash up DP. Dash up, throwing the painting projectile is really important for this character's OP.
Flash him through.
Throw punishing the
Weapon flip. Going up. And the sword knocked
Mayor
down.
Maximus in the fight for his life, as you can easily get the weapon back in exchange for a single heavy slash.
Oh, but kicks him.
Gets the triple kick.
Throwing it out again. Kicks are some of the buttons that you might refer to. Oh, another
Only
one.
needs one more of those in order to get the round.
And I love
Doesn't
how
let
he's
the
just
cross
chilling and saying, I'll just kick you out.
up. Come on, I know
Mac-
you want to punish it.
Maximus is playing this so well. Oh, and Shen thought he was going to grab it. That was sick.
I don't need this sword.
I don't need the sword. I don't need the sword. That's the mind game that Samsho gives you once that weapon is down. Hold
Beautiful.
these kicks.
Mustachio shouting out with glee when he sees the kicks coming out.
That was just absolutely gorgeous from Mayor Maximus. Oh, with the parry. Yo, Shen, calm down. Calm down.
Round start parry into a perfect late combo.
Yo, Shen has turned it up on Mayor Maximus right now. Not happy about losing that first set when Mayor Maximus had no meter or burst for two
Zhen
rounds.
has one of the highest damage throw cancels in the game.
Yo, yo, Shen, don't do it to him. Okay.
Okay, not looking at a perfect anymore. The hit grab, that move is incredibly active. If you expect your opponent to dash up, it's actually very effective to throw it out in neutral and let them run into it. Mayor Maximus, living on a dream, challenges the plus frames in the jump in.
Still alive. Gets
The
a
heavy
huge
slash.
hit. Just one more of those, and Mayor Maximus can actually win this. Goes for it again.
A moment late in order to punish the whiff button in neutral as Zhen closes out the round with a much closer. Mayor Maximus is almost making the comeback. Jumping in immediately. getting
Beautiful
DP.
anti-air.
But later, you do that DP, it does have a sweet spot that does a lot more damage. You saw that Shiki barely took anything, only 2 layers of health off of that.
Mayor Maximus too quick for his own good as Shen getting the offense started. Gets the overhead hit, goes for the little Rekka reset right there. We're seeing the Shiki mix coming through. Overhead, the kicks coming through.
Mayor Maximus thrown back into the corner. Only a life. Because there's 3 buttons to follow up on the Rekkas, the medium button doesn't actually combo off of it. Mayor Maximus didn't expect the cross-up to actually hit there, so he didn't go for the follow-up combo.
Empty jump
Shiki.
throw, weapon flip technique. Mayor gonna go ahead and burst.
Mayor betting it all and just out of range for the punish.
Cross up.
Taking the Oki this time.
Expecting it to work this time. Gets the follow-up. Misses
Boom,
it. Wake up
too early.
DP.
And Zhen
Shred him in half.
evening up the account with the wake up DP.
Now all 1-1 here in our first losers quarterfinal of the afternoon for Samurai Showdown.
いざ尋常に一本目勝負
Boom. All right.
Jumping
Beautiful jump
over the
in.
fireball and hitting the button late enough to actually make a Street Fighter combo out of it.
The jump-in combos from Shen have been just wonderful to
Whiffing
see.
heavy slash.
This is very much looking like the initial round from Shen last time around. It feels like he's gotten a feel for Mayor Maximus, and Maximus is not able to contest the option so yet. The sweep, very good. Goes for the Rekka, no
Not able to
punish.
punish.
Oh, it gets pushed out. Cross up. Fairly short damage
Dashing up
though.
to take the Oki. Blocks it. Because the follow-up medium Rekka is a heavy frame trap, you don't necessarily want to try punishing it if it just does the first one and staggers it, as Zhen waits for the guaranteed punish on the full Rekka series.
2本目
And you know, while Mayor Maximus is the crowd favorite, Shen's certainly the one with the aesthetic appeal. Gorgeous combos. Gorgeous looking character.
Whiffs the throw and Mayor Maximus not expecting it.
Ooh, jump in, very nice. Taking it to
Special
Gendro.
cancel and gets frame trapped.
Looking for the next follow-up. Misses the
heavy
anti-air.
slash into the DP. Mayor Maximus one hit away from getting knocked out of the tournament.
Able to knock Shen down. Canceling off the kick. Throwing the cards,
Throwing
and
the
not the
fireballs.
third time! Shen was ready!
The adaptation you can see on each one's like, throwing a fireball? Okay. Throwing a fireball. I'm ready for your fireball.
All right, you better not do this again, buddy.
We're playing on a PlayStation Pro. The eject button is right next to the USB port. It's very easy to accidentally eject a disc that we're using when you disconnect your controllers. This happened to me when I played Mustachio off stream earlier today, as you have to put the disc back in and restart Samurai Showdown at this point.
Y'all are wild.
As
Sony.
this is the best way to ever rage quit a game. As
I'm just gonna take the disc and leave. It's like, I need this. I need to lab this at home. I'll be back. I gotta practice my stuff.
I mean, quite literally take the disc and leave. It actually is my copy of it.
Funny stuff. Funny stuff. I have my copy as well, just in case we needed it. But we were able to get all the setups put together.
As next up on screen, we have our very own tournament organizer, Excrutiation, facing off against Blue Thunder in winners finals.
No, this is losers quarters.
Losers quarters.
Crackin, Atkins, and GD Cross are the winners final. That'll be coming up after this one because we're going to be doing it at the classic bracket top 4 breakdown rundown.
Continuing the meme started last time when I was commentating Strive, where I apparently cannot read Smash GG.
To be fair to you, it's just the bracket's not in front of you. We're doing this from memory.
We still
I
have
know how much frame data is in this. You specialize data for frame data, not for the Smash GG bracket. It's okay. It's okay. It's why I have you on comms all the time, every
Who
time.
needs that? But we still have access to our other meme, which is betting that half-eaten protein bar.
Oh, well,
The different protein bar from yesterday, but there's still a half-eaten protein bar on the
well, yeah, I'm working on it.
As we are going back into it, as they're currently fixing up their buttons and getting ready, as Excrutiation hasn't been able to land the whole 7-sword setup from Genjiro this tournament, but he's been going for it every single round.
Yoshitora, but that's fine. Again, Jiro.
I also cannot read the wiki page explaining how to pronounce all the characters' names.
I mean, these are like very authentic Japanese names. In some
Okay.
cases, there's a couple of Chinese ones in there.
I do need a little bit of background information on Tam Tam.
Oh, Tam Tam was that character was some of the most obnoxious stuff early on in the game's life. It was just super oppressive buttons. You really couldn't contest. Crazy jumping opportunities, if I recall correctly. I raged about that character. Tam Tam was just awful when the game first released. I remember that one.
Yeah, but is Tam Tam actually a traditional name?
Possible?
I'm going to have to look that one up afterwards.
And
But
again,
due to
the drum.
Oh, it's a type of drum, as I've been
Tam
informed by the
Tam.
tournament organizer. He's a giant drum with a sword. As going into it, we have Blue Thunder and Excrutiation.
And this is probably one of the Chinese names that we would find in this game with Wu Shang.
Yeah, X's basically never appear in Japanese names.
Here we go.
Which
Couple
this
pokes.
character, when I played against her on stream, has some very unique frame data and normals to work with, especially her like armored zoning with the shields. Like, this is one of the harder characters to learn play against if you don't know the matchup.
You can see Blue Thunder setting up the trap, trying to bait Excrutiation in. Excrutiation trying to respect fireballs to a point. Blue Thunder just smacks Artillo. Nice air-to-air by Blue
Smacking
Thunder.
dramatically.
Ooh.
Whiffs the throw in Excrutiation's face, gets the knockdown. Baits the DP.
Trying to anti-air. Not quite working out. Catches the jump this time.
One of these dash-up DPs is going to hit. Trust me.
Dash attack again, chases the roll back, able to get the throw punish, command throw style even. Excrutiation having an opportunity here, jumps, avoids the throw! Heavy slash on the burst. Blue Thunder does not want to lose round one like this. Willing to spend burst this early. Going for chip out.
Fireballs.
The guard point through,
guard
what a
point,
beautiful move!
And that was also the sword that Excrutiation had the hardest time setting up against zoners previously. Excrutiation's on track to potentially get the full super sword set up. Whiffs the throw, not ready to punish it.
Now Blue Thunder is going to be down that burst as well as any sort of buff to their specials, and oh my god, the pick was sick. Catching the jump through, Excrutiation. Not ready for the air-to-air sequence. Getting a jab into a sweep.
Down.
Ooh, barely outspacing that heavy slash, and Excrutiation says, I'll do it again.
Blending on it.
Beautiful play. Excrutiation weathering the storm.
As chat claims that this is a 7-3 matchup in Yoshitoro's favor.
I mean, this is assuming optimal play. These people have been playing this game for like 2 weeks.
A lot of people joined the bracket when we heard that we had a pop bonus going on it, and Excrutiation managing to revitalize this game just with the wake up
With bribery.
heavy slash. Jumps in because
Sweep.
even though that heavy slash
Chases
is like
the
minus
throw
40
wake up
on
heavy
block,
slash
it's
starter.
very hard to actually punish if you use extreme pushback. Excrutiation
Just
leaving
not enough.
Blue Thunder with just a tiny pixel of life.
Tries
Wake
a
up
throw. And run up throw again, and he's just jumping. Yeah, no, it's a 7-3 split, all right. 70% of her is below the waist, and then the other 30 is above it.
Welcome to Samurai Showdown, where only 1 or 2 characters actually have contractual obligations to not be sliced in half.
What, Biken?
The crossover character that I'm playing from a mobile game, due to many times when companies make agreements in order to allow like characters to be shown in other media, they have like requirements for thou shalt not slice their character in half with a bloody mess. I've not been able to find any combination of moves that actually cuts that character in half. While all of the base characters in For Honor are... For Honor.
I'm telling you, man, do not tempt me. I will go to the fields
It
with you.
was pretty fun, especially like that conquest mode where you had to fight off
Dominion?
all of... Yeah, Dominion, where you had to fight
So
off
good.
all of the minions at the same time, which was my favorite move. As Blue Thunder doing the same characters... doing another character swap that we saw
Back.
when I played Blue Thunder on stream earlier.
Yep, the Earthquake, which was a very impressive character. But the
As
armor point, oh my
Gets
gosh.
safe jumps. You have to do the armor point so early in it.
Not able to
Running
punish.
under the jump back.
We're gonna have to see. This looked like a character that Blue Thunder is either more comfortable with or just has more oppressive tools. Than the one before. Oh, command
Ooh,
throw.
Dabbles in everything indeed.
Dabble in this gut.
Punish.
Sweep, gonna get punished as well. Nice block. All right, we got the knockdown. Here's the back roll, but now it's Excrutiation's turn to eat the jump punish on the throw. Goes for it again. Shoes on the other foot.
Excrutiation might be locking on to the 6 sword gimmick of Yoshitoro a bit too much, as several of the swords require a dash-up throw in order to actually be activated.
Goes with a heavy slash.
As we've seen, Blue Thunder is willing to just keep pressing buttons on block.
A lot of perfect blocks happening too. If I remember correctly, that is a mechanic. If you
It
time
is.
your block.
It gives you a little bit of extra meter, because normally the only way to build meter is to take damage.
All right, Excrutiation weathering the storm, catching out the jumps now. Getting a lot more control this time. Tries to get the overhead.
Blue Thunder is just jumping on Wake Up.
Oh yeah, no. Earthquake has a very far range buttons, and if you're not anti-airing him successfully, or air-to-airing him to stop like all this jumping. What's going to stop him from doing it? Tries to go through, but it's not your turn to move. Oh, the throw whiffs, and a huge heavy slash punish.
Gigantic heavy slash from Yoshitoro.
And oh, he goes with a special move. Excruciation sends the burst.
Immediately goes for the throw, and Blue Thunder does not want to get supered out of it.
Rips him. This is massive.
Beautiful footsie strip.
Catches him. The lightning slash.
Down. Excruciation taking the character back.
And now it is
neither
last
side will
round
have their
against him.
burst available.
Gonna be just honest Samurai Show gameplay. The sweep punish from Excruciation.
I do like the idea of trying to get the preemptive anti-air because of how many times Blue Thunder's been jumping up on Oki. But just a moment too early to get the punish.
All right, the throw. Gonna get a little follow-up right here. Pit scale.
Not a little one.
Oh,
That was not little at all.
little for Sam Show.
Samurai,
Ooh, the
beautiful
guard.
guard point.
Gotta chase him. Dash attack and a whiff. Excruciation now at a range where he's getting bullied by the scythe of the Kusurai Gamma.
It looks like Excruciation started inputting a quarter circle and got a tiger knee instead and was blocked in the air as Blue Thunder takes the round, evening it up 1-1 with this very powerful Earthquake that's got a lot of good matchups, it feels like.
Blue Thunder now tying up the set count 1-1 here at Akihabara Arcade out in Westminster, Colorado.
Part of Winter Showdown 8. It is currently wintering a lot outside as I'm watching all the beautiful white particles float down.
On the screen? Yeah, you know, that's just like the aesthetic.
It actually is snowing a lot outside right now.
Let it slow, let it snow, let it snow. All right.
Excruciation going back to character select for the important color swap.
Yes.
Swapping to red this time.
Hey, that's the color I did. All right.
Got to match up with the commemorative Winter Showdown 8 t-shirt that our TO is wearing right now.
So, we're going to have to see if Excruciation has it in him in there. Blue Thunder is a local legend of sorts, having tons of games experience being around for a while. Excruciation probably about to enter his first anniversary of being coming out to locals and stuff like that. He's been part of the Dragon Ball FighterZ community for a while. Sort of like the player matchup and storyline here. He's passionate about Sam Show. He's putting in some time to it, but
he's been putting in so much time to it. I've talked to his roommate a couple of times, and he's like, this guy is playing like nothing but Samurai Showdown. He is fighting to prove that this game is worth getting command thrown on Wake Up over.
right. Guard point, gonna get
guard point
punished.
hits very low to the ground, is actually making a poor anti-air in this game as Excruciation gets the yellow sword unlocked.
Command throw done. Calls out the jump with a DP. That's so in the mixer, right? You run up, and are you going to strike him? Are you going to throw him? Or, you know, you're going to call out their jump.
Jumps over and
the close heavy
tries
slash.
to go for another sword unlock, but gets crossed up.
DP again, and Excruciation's calling out the jumps, right? So Blue Thunder. Still not a turret. Tries to run in, but no. Not respecting how soon Blue Thunder can act out of these. He's like, oh, all right, you whiffed. It's my turn to go. And no, it's a jump normal. He's landing. He's jumping. At that situation, you're basically at even advantage.
But you're giving up all that advantage. The moment you go for the guard point and gets safe jumps. Tries to punish with raw weapon flip art. Not quite. This Earthquake matchup is oppressive for a lot of characters.
DP through the sweep. Excruciation's been getting miles out of that one. Tries to get a jump, but not going to land.
It is like minus 40 on block, and every character in the game has a punish for it. The best punish I found on my character is just dash medium, which honestly is nowhere near as powerful as Yoshitoro's gigantic 5C.
Right. DP's again. Jumps over the sweep. And it's going to be a combo into that close slash. Mad damage here.
No,
all heavy
so
versions.
far we've only been playing the Samurai Showdown 2019 today.
I see you're talking to chat more than you're talking to me. That's why I should have you put that phone away. DP.
This phone is how we interact with our viewers at home. Blocks the super.
This is a regional, sir. Oh, you could have punished. Come on. Draw the 5C. Come on.
You have the button. Use it. Excruciation.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah!
That's what I'm talking about.
Excruciation takes it another round. We are on match point. Match point to get into losers semifinals.
DP.
Run up DP.
Excruciation's found.
Excrutiation has
Oh,
not been
no.
going for unlocking all of his swords, as he's just been using the same
The
move
sweep, bro.
A
He ran up.
delayed sweep that actually was a jump and got hit on the very first airborne frames.
Oh, you saw the dodge or parry there from Blue Thunder? Don't quite know all my animations. It's been too long since I've looked at the game. Guard point gonna get punished. Plus, he's gonna try and burst out. He's gonna eat it. Excruciation acting at a disadvantage with the
Manages
fortress
to dash
juice.
under
Run
and
up throw.
burst when he sees that his move didn't quite make it.
Yeah, he's seeing
Punishes
him. And there
the
we go.
jump with the lightning art.
That's the thing about jumps is that there's a couple of landing frames where you can't block. So when you jump, trying to dodge the throw, you can get caught by that lightning slash.
Excruciation backing up the entire time, and Blue Thunder trying to get in range.
The heavy 5C!
Blue Thunder on one hit of life left.
Has the burst to go through. The lightning slash punish. Are you
the
real?
5C on burst!
That was the
amazing
sickest
reversal.
call out.
Dodging.
Punish.
Wow, Blue Thunder coming from behind with a perfect burst out, taking the match and knocking our tournament organizer out of the bracket.
The #1 seeded tournament organizer. I'm capping.
He didn't actually do the seeding, as we're currently getting our next match set up.
If things are going to be running pretty much smoothly, it'll probably be winner's final first, and then we do loser semifinal. We might have a little commentary switch up as well, just because we might need some help with the K-off bracket.
Especially because Mayor Maximus was signed up in order to run this bracket as well. We do have 30 minutes left in our time slot for running Samurai Showdown, at which point we are going to be streaming today's main SNK event, our King of Fighters bracket, which, if I remember correctly, we have a full bracket for King of Fighters. We weren't allowing any on-site show-ups.
We got a
for
couple
this
of
game.
people out of state visiting as well. You'll be on the lookout for like Dente, for example, one of the old school goats. On that note, though, my friends, I will be bowing out to give you a proper Samurai Showdown commentary duo for this upcoming top 4, as Mayor Maximus will take over the mic from myself.
As our beautiful Mayor Maximus is coming back in, and I get to see how hard it is to slide out from under the couch. Yeah. Blah. As thus, the stream has been slayed by our technical difficulties in swapping out commentators. As joining us on the microphone is our very own Mayor Maximus.
Top 6, baby!
Woo.
Let's go!
Oop. Yeah. Welcome back, as we're going to be running our next matchup on stream in just a moment here, as our
This should be
players
our winners finals match between
Crackin,
Cross and
Crackin Atkins.
Yeah.
Which I really want to see this matchup between Warden and
Yeah.
Shiki, because wait,
Oh, closer. Gotcha.
well,
Do I sound good?
I really want to see this matchup play out. It's going to be
yeah.
it's going to be beautiful. Cross in winners finals with a beautiful showing from playing the wrong game, as we play nothing but crossover characters here at Winter Showdown 8 at Akihabara Arcade in Westminster, Colorado. Getting their buttons set up properly.
Always important when you've got Excruciation's profile and his messed up buttons. Thankfully, haven't
Excruciation
had that
usually
affect
doesn't have the
me.
weirdest buttons. I remember we did have someone a while back in the Dragon Ball bracket who had, he's playing on a pad, but he had like a Street Fighter setup, so he moved like all of his heavies off to his shoulder buttons. It's like both Ki Blast and his down heavy were on his shoulder buttons. As
Wild.
Warden and Mina, I'd like to see how Warden's armored shoulder charge
deals
cancels
with
out
the,
the zoning arrows that Mina's able to present. As due to the relative simplicity of this game, all of the specials that exist on a character have dramatic impacts on the matchup spread.
Yeah.
As not very many modern games have matchups worse than a 6-4. Like Guilty Gear Strive having a couple of like
7-3s,
7-3s.
maybe.
Yeah,
like
with the Axel-
arguable 7-3s.
with Axel having some pretty dramatic matchup spreads. But
Yeah.
due to the extreme power of the specials and how few hits you need to kill someone in Samurai Showdown, the matchup spread in this one is much more dramatic than many other modern fighting games. As both characters backing up safely at round start, and Cross trying to get in with the armored shoulder charge, gets crossed up and unable to punish. Taking the plus frames and backdashing. From what I can tell, backdash does have a small number of invulnerability frames in this game.
Yeah. But you are definitely vulnerable for a good chunk of your backdash.
Very small number. Fewer invulnerability frames than the spot dodge in place has. As Atkins is showing the power of the zoner, faking out with an up arrow.
Being very selective on when he fires that arrow.
And I like how Atkins is using 6K in order to contest in neutral. That button has relatively low recovery and also pushes back very far.
Can she cancel off it?
You can't cancel off most kick normals in this game. It's going to be character specific.
Oh, okay. Because Genjiro can cancel off of a ton of kicks, so that's a decent part of his game plan.
Like, my character can't cancel off of her kicks, but she can cancel off her jabs, for example. As such, even tiny minor differences about being able to cancel off that kick. And it looks like Nina can cancel off those kicks going into the jump back off it. The parry getting a beautiful
Catches him.
heavy slash anti-air punish from Warden as Cross has gotten the zoner into the corner. Jumps out with a beautiful read. Blocks the overhead.
Zoner immediately out of the corner, backing away. But up in his
Another
face, challenging.
wonderful air-to-air from Cross.
Cross very close to popping. Are we going to see continued pressure? Can't keep blocking for long.
Gets thrown. Bursts out of the throw. As Cross does need to use this burst now. If he loses this round, he loses the match. Or to lose the game.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't tracking that.
Counter burst, and because Cross pressed the lightning art a bit too early, wasn't able to go through. Atkins still threatening his lightning art, but doesn't need it with just
Backs
a single
away,
arrow to
shoots the
punish the
arrow.
landing frames. Cross does have 3 games to win.
Does
So
have.
you've got more time to lab in the middle of it than usual. Although the short version of what I wanted to see ahead of time, the armored shoulder charge going for the arrows, hasn't actually come up very often because Atkins has been playing around them beautifully and not committing to the arrows unless he knows it's safe.
He went far that one time and saw the singular armored shoulder charge, and it went through, and I haven't seen another shoulder charge since.
Just a basic dash up is the only thing that Cross has been throwing out since then. Realizing that Atkins has been jumping over them, especially with that command jump backwards. Atkins constantly trying in order to cross up GD Cross.
Working to make sure Warden can't utilize those tools. Ooh.
That's tool everyone can utilize.
That's
With
my
max range
favorite
heavy,
tool.
Straight into the weapon flip art. No more zoning allowed.
Throw to weapon flip.
And the back roll
Pushes
makes it
him
hard
off
to get
the weapon. Throws him
Doesn't
away.
matter.
But he picks up the weapon
Just
and is
barely
able to
recovers
block.
in time.
Oh my gosh.
Cross
That's
at risk of
insane.
being chipped out. Eats an arrow while trying to dash up.
2本目勝負
Atkins having a medium button that is available round start. Not able to punish the whiff button from Cross. The jump in. Looks like Atkins is trying to go for some sort of anti-air and was a bit too slow.
Being able to threaten a pretty quick button like medium at round start is really powerful. It means like I can do that with Genjiro and people just have to respect me at round start.
Fast
Cross.
recovery on that spin kick is making it hard for Cross to get in and do anything, as Atkins is currently up 2-0. Cross has
Looking
to
to end
make
this
a
set early.
dramatic change to his gameplay if he wants to challenge the archer.
名誉のためにウォーデン VS マジキナミナいざ尋常に一本目
As somewhere in the crowd, I just heard a "Let's go Cross" cry. As
That sliding low is very powerful if he's in a close enough range. It forces you to block low. It isn't punishable.
and getting the knockdown, taking the Oki, goes for a throw punish and takes the plus frames off the jumps in. Atkins is able to get out of it and gets a heavy slash in neutral.
Oh, gets the
parried!
parried! Gets it,
Goes for the mix and
slash.
challenges it.
行くぞ
Crackin Atkins playing at that zone 3, keeping him out with the arrows.
Takes them
Beautiful
away.
defensive mid-range zoning from Atkins, using the long bow normals.
He's almost convinced
Punishes
Cross to not use
with a
specials
weapon
at this
flip art.
point.
Atkins checking in place to try and stay closer to the weapon. Cross defends it.
Cross staying on
Using
the
those
weapon
kicks.
this time rather than trying to
Gets
push
a
him off.
knockdown. Atkins in a really harsh spot.
Oh,
Gets a
throws
throw,
him.
but you don't have access to
back
most
to
of
the
your
weapon.
specials without your weapon. The spin kick from Atkins.
負けられないの。
2本目
Uh, a beautiful jump in from Cross during Winners Finals. Also happening currently at Winner Showdown 8. On our other stream on Akihabara Arcade 2, we're still showing the pools for the Tekken bracket.
This is
and
Tekken Pools 2 currently.
And our TO is also giving out a couple of announcements to the other games as Atkins punishes the jump frames from Cross, giving up the burst, but is on match points to get into grand finals right
Knocking
now.
Cross down to losers.
Cross has to win.
He has to face the winner of Blue Thunder and the guy that beat me, though. I think Blue Thunder...
Blue Thunder has been showing up beautifully,
been
but someone
really
sent Blue Thunder to
strong this
losers.
yeah.
As I'm going to have to look up in Smash GG to see who actually sent Blue Thunder to losers.
Yeah,
It almost
I
feels like Crackin
think
Atkins might have actually been the one doing it, because it's Blue Thunder has been has been running over people with that Earthquake on the later rounds in losers bracket, like with this beautiful losers run.
He beat, just beat Scrooge, who was...
Excrutiation, he
I
also
thought
beat me
was
as well.
almost guaranteed to make winners, or at least...
Yeah, so it feels like Blue Thunder is making this beautiful run for loser side, and it's going to make it all the way back to grand finals.
Let's see.
Which, based off of how well Blue Thunder has been playing as he sits down next to Zhen, Blue Thunder has been opening with that ice zoning shield character every time, which feels like should actually have a good matchup against Zhen's Shiki ahead of time. So Blue Thunder might not actually have to make the swap to Earthquake like he's been doing on all those previous rounds.
Zhen has some really good high damage conversions with his Shiki. Was
Beautifully high
eating
damage
those
conversions.
on those jump-ins.
Especially jump-ins.
But his neutral isn't the best. So I think if Blue Thunder can keep him out,
Both with the zoning projectile character as well as with Earthquake at the end.
I think even with just Earthquake normals, he should be able to pretty reasonably keep him out.
versus
This feels similar to Axelino. Oh, looks like they're going CPU.
Look, sometimes
would
you
be
just need a
hype.
button check against someone who actually blocks, you know? As they're currently doing check-ins for the King of Fighter pools. It's going to start on the stream as soon as our Samurai Showdown bracket finishes up.
So Blue Thunder was sent down actually
By Crackin
super early.
Atkins.
Yeah,
On the very first
he had a
round.
round 1 matchup with Crackin Atkins.
So
okay.
this is a revenge arc for Blue Thunder to fight the entire tournament to get back at the person currently waiting in grand finals for him.
If he beats Zhen, he gets to face previous loser Cross before
As we
grand
have
finals.
only 3 matches left in our Samurai Showdown bracket, with King of Fighters following shortly after this. As currently our one of our TOs, CD Mangaku, who was commentating earlier, is doing check-ins for the King of Fighters bracket happening in just a moment.
Well, there's 2 King of Fighters, 13 and 15 tournaments, I believe.
I think the King of Fighters 15 tournament is the one that we're going to be streaming here today.
Yeah,
King of Fighters 13, we're only streaming the top 8, I believe.
Oh yeah, 15 is definitely the
15,
one.
we're streaming all the way through the pools, as long as many as we got. Which I'm most likely not going to be commentating because I don't know anything about King of Fighters. Let's put on someone who actually plays the game.
Yeah.
We've actually been having a lovely rotation of commentators today as Blue Thunder goes straight into the Earthquake. Although a lot of people in our Samurai Showdown bracket, Blue Thunder has been on stream a lot today, so a lot of people have the opportunity to watch and learn from this Earthquake play. jumping over and using a jab as an elite air-to-air.
It's
Thunder
questionable
which-
how much you can really learn from seeing Blue Thunder fight against a different character. Because yeah, you can learn his moves, but it's also about how he interacts with the character you're playing.
Exactly. You need to both be able to deal with that heavy slash falling down as well as the down heavy that hits low from half screen. As Zhen putting it down to a single hit of life on both sides.
He's got Axel's JS and 2H.
It is still a heavy recovery on that 2H that Zhen is throwing at that Blue Thunder is throwing out. As this is going to come down to life lead, and Blue Thunder has a tiny pixel of health more on the climber.
Zhen runs in and
With a perfect air-to-air! Zhen in the last second.
Oh my gosh.
Taking the first character.
Steals the round away in this first losers finals.
So one of the important things about jump-in
loser
combos,
semi.
you have to do the jump-in incredibly late in order to actually link it off of the heavy. Zhen, because of that big body, is pressing the jump-in button early and hasn't been able to get that high damage combo we were seeing previously. This goes for a cross-up, and Blue Thunder has been jumping a lot on Oki and even in minus frames today.
Is he
The
like
throw,
really afraid
just out of
that
range,
throw?
it gets weapon flipped for it.
Blue Thunder did face Crackin Atkins earlier, and we know he's super solid with that throw pressure.
The command throw, again getting put down to 2 hits of life left. Tries to punish the heavy and doesn't quite make the medium slash from full screen. Blue Thunder is reserving a small number of special moves in the back of his pocket, like the wake up teleport that hits overhead, as well as another dash forward lariat that it just
Save it for
making so
nationals,
people
baby.
cannot get used to the Earthquake's full moveset. Jumping out and just barely dodging the falling button from Earthquake with a spot dodge.
He goes
with
for
a
that
beautiful
standing
spot dodge.
overhead.
Barely just misses the link opportunity on the jump in.
Blue Thunder getting very red. Can't block too much. Ooh. Oh, nice. Got rid of that red. You can now block without worrying about popping.
As we are currently waiting to see if Zhen can make it past Blue Thunder, who's been on a rampage through losers bracket, or if Blue Thunder is going to get his rematch against Crackin Atkins, waiting in the grand finals of our Samurai Showdown tournament at Winter Showdown 8 in Westminster, Colorado
First
at
to dodge the
Akihabara
arc.
Arcade.
Both players in Lightning
The full-
Flash gets the throw, but no conversion.
Misses the input.
Doesn't time it.
So Zhen is playing on an arcade stick, and in order to get the burst, you have to hit all the buttons simultaneously. There might have been a quarter circle input that got buffered as a misinput there.
Or you hit macro, which is what I always do.
I have seen a lot of people unbind their macros, especially if they're playing on stick today. Stick players like this,
Wild.
and these 2-button combinations.
I don't get that.
The
I do
beautiful-
dash macro and strive. I do burst macro, RC macro. If I can hit one button and do something, I'm doing it.
As we just saw that Zhen was having a hard time timing the jump in of Link off of this big body that's been taking the hit early, but that giant chunk of health missing from Blue Thunder as Zhen has finally adapted to it after only a single loss. Blue Thunder abusing the power of that jumping heavy.
Just creating a wall
Gets
of
air to air.
overheads. Oh,
Goes for weapon flip
Goes-
and gets raw super punished. That
gets
sup-
hit by super special.
The super is a once per match thing, so Zhen's not going to be able to use this next round. But
Interesting.
Zhen might not need it. With how impressive Zhen is shown to adapt to Blue Thunder's Earthquake.
There's a great chance to pull the super special off, but I wonder if couldn't have gotten
Beautiful
that
air
damage
to airs,
conversion with just a
calling
raw
out
heavy.
Blue Thunder's trying to jump, as well as all of his buttons on wake up.
Oh!
The weapon anti-air weapon flip art. No, that's a super. Jiki, having some of the lowest health in the game, takes nearly all of it with the anti-air super. But Blue Thunder can only do that once per match. Blue Thunder might get a round win off of that, but that doesn't matter if he can't do it again then on the ground.
But
The special cancel.
Both players without super special at this point moving into round 3, but they
still
both
have
still
burst
do
and
have
lightning
burst.
grasp.
Yep.
The air to air.
And because they have burst, that means they can do rage art.
Just as Zhen had adapted to Blue Thunder's early jumps, Blue Thunder suddenly stopped jumping at the round start in order to jumps over and punishes, not able to get the link. Wake up, command throw, cross up.
We're seeing a lot of jump air-to-airs from Blue Thunder in response to the fact that Shiki's challenging him.
The falling landing frames. Gets the dash in. Blue Thunder disrespecting the stagger pressure. Jumps over the heavy slash and gets the full delayed link.
Earthquake with
Zhen
just
on a
ton of
pixel.
health,
There is chip damage in this game.
but only on specials and supers.
And on jump-ins. Zhen evening up the score, 1-1 in losers semifinals.
I didn't know jump-ins.
Oh no, so jump-ins don't chip out. That was
Oh,
like a
okay.
joke.
Oh.
Because you gotta jump in to kill with it.
Yeah.
It's only specials that do chip damage, and chip
Yeah.
damage, chip kills exist. Match. Match point in our losers semifinals. The winner
Yep.
of this gets to play against GD Cross, who just lost in losers in winners finals,
And
then
that will be first to five,
gets
or
the
first to
potential
three.
rematch against Crackin Atkins, waiting in grand finals.
It's a rematch for either player because Crackin Atkins knocked Cross down in winners semis or in winners finals and knocked Blue Thunder down round 1. So, and
Zhen using these beautiful jump-ins to counteract Blue Thunder's aggressive playstyle, just pressing buttons like there's no tomorrow.
Then also with a possible rematch against GD Cross, the one to send him down to losers.
The weapon flip art to punish the lariat special. The gigantic zoning normals make it so Zhen couldn't get back to his weapons.
The first jump air-to-air was interesting because I don't think Zhen would have jumped.
Beautiful dash normal. The throw
Jumps over.
gets thrown back. Trying to look for an opportunity to dash back in.
Then keeping at that full screen range with those jump
Not
back
quite
S's.
timing the jump in.
Blue Thunder knows he's got better buttons. He just has to keep at the range where he can use them.
And never let Zhen get another one of those perfect jump in.
Ooh! Whatever the heck that
Wake
was.
up DP, puts it back to anyone's game. The cross up.
Blue Thunder cornered.
Air to air.
Gets caught.
Zhen and both of them are on match
Takes
point
it to-
right now.
Takes it to round 3, game 3. Shiki SSM is not anti-air.
Bursts out of the throw. Because a Blue Thunder still had access to weapon flip art at that exact moment, and Shiki did not. And Zhen did
Running
not.
out of. Oh!
Burst
the
away
count
from
of the
a
throw.
potential. That
Smart.
did use up the last moment on Zhen's burst meter. Jumps over. Backs up and lets the meter run out. Zhen taking a big health lead.
Zhen with a huge health lead, but in a pretty bad position, being quite cornered here. Oh, able to work her way out. But just getting, popped back in
belly
that corner.
slam.
Oh,
Wake up
DP's
DP.
out.
Wake up throw and gets the perfect conversion on the late air
There it
jump
is.
in as Zhen
Moves
knocks
on
out
to get revenge, or to try for revenge against
GD
his
Cross
next opponent.
in losers finals. This one's going to be a first to 3, as well as the grand finals of the winner of this round.
I believe we saw this one on stream earlier, or at least I remember watching it myself because I had to play the loser.
I was not able to watch this one because I was playing one of my games off stream while this was happening. So how did it play out last time?
It was 2-0, pretty dominant, Cross's favor, but Sam show it could go either way at any time.
Exactly.
Just
And
takes a
because
couple
of the-
H's.
because of how beautifully Samsho exposes the fundamentals of the FGC, the adaptations we've been seeing from players going back and forth has been just wonderful to sit from and watch in the commentary seat. For those of you who might be slightly overhearing our other tournament organizer, Steak Fox, he is currently shouting at the top of his lungs over the stream match on Tekken. On our other stream, Akihabara Arcade 2, that's also going right alongside us in our Winter Showdown 8.
After Tekken is done streaming on Akihabara Arcade 2, I believe it will be Virtual Fighter on the stream.
Soul Calibur is also getting a small section, but
Soul
Calibur's
Calibur is
only
getting the top 8. Or top 4?
It's either the top 4 or the top 8. I'm going to have to double check the schedule.
Likely winners, top 8 at least.
The Tekken crowd is very loud. As we're going back into our loser side finals, as we're getting our rematch between Zhen and GD Cross.
We got thumbs up from the players. We got thumbs up from the tech.
And
Let's
the chat
get on
wants
into
to
it.
see GD Cross do a pull it back. Powering up like Vegeta over the course of the entire story on his mask. Warden versus Shiki. Both of them taking slow and careful round starts. And Zhen showing that late jump in.
Jump air to air. Oh.
Cross up. GD Cross not ready to block the empty low.
Kicking him away.
And the perfectly
that high
predicting a
damage
whiff
conversion.
button in neutral. Zhen gets the late jump in. Cross jumps on wake up and dodges the throw. Gets
Cross
knocked down
really
in the corner,
solid with those
rolls out.
air to airs, but not able to get anything after him. Charges up a charge, able to get a poke. Cross just about even it back up.
Playing some light footsies. Zhen showing a lot of jumps today.
Yeah.
Cross has been having a hard time anti-airing so far, but as soon as he finds his anti-air button, Zhen has had to been pushing his button very late in the air in order to actually get the link on the ground. And Cross in previous matches has shown his ability in order to jump and air to air in the middle of them, as Cross takes the first character.
He's been air to air in a decent amount so far. It's just the issue
late
is
jab.
he doesn't get any hit after him.
Exactly.
It just resets.
Just the perfect air to airs as Cross has taken complete control of the second character on first round. Even when he's not early enough in order to get the air to air, he's jabbing before Zhen can press the late link for the late link to get the combo. Knockdown. The wake up. We haven't seen that move from Zhen so far this entire tournament.
Oh no, can't believe I've... welcome to have you, hands on face. We're here, only got 2 more rounds left.
Yeah, we're currently in losers finals as both of these players are waiting for their rematch in grand finals against Crackin Atkins.
GD Cross sent down by Crackin Atkins in winners finals. Zhen sent down by Crackin Atkins in the first round.
As soon as these last 2 matches of Samurai Showdown complete, we're going to be going on to our main event on the last and final day of Winter Showdown 8, which is our King of Fighters 15 bracket, which has been sponsored by SNK, which added a sizable pop bonus to it, as Cross takes the first round. 1-0 in losers finals. Yeah, we've been doing a very good job of pushing all of our matches to YouTube, especially our anime bi-weeklies. You can see all of our Dragon Ball and Strive streams for the last year on our YouTube channel.
Awesome archive of footage.
Except my matches. You should not watch any of those, because every single match I lose in a tournament feels like it's on stream.
I lost 2 Sam Show matches, 1-1, and my one win was the only off-stream match I had. So that's fun. Ooh, punishes that charge.
Although Zhen does not get the special cancel after getting the landing link into the medium. Zhen trading with a heavy normal from Cross.
Gets a
knocked down.
Rolls
DP's
through and
on
wakes
wake up. Dash up low.
Cross just trying to poke
Air
him
to
out.
air.
Oh,
Throws.
gets thrown.
And gets the
Goes for it.
cancel
Will
on
he
the
burst?
weapon art.
Counter bursts. Awesome.
Beautiful. Cross taking the character just barely for low below. Looks like Cross tried to go for that jab anti-air we were talking earlier, but Zhen intentionally went for the heavy earlier than usual in order to trade with it, and gets Cross mentally mixed, goes for the throw.
Cross not able to counterburst anymore because he did it first round. Is a huge
almost gets
resource
punished for the
to
overhead. I like the special cancel from Zhen and the perfect jump out from Cross. The heavy slash, the close slash punish.
Gets him with the heavy. Knockdown.
Gets thrown on wake up.
Gets thrown while his opponent was vulnerable to throw.
Cross blocking high. Cross with only a sliver of health left. Zhen looking like in control of this round. Goes the heavy slash in neutral. Zhen goes to go to punish and a moment too slow. Again,
Kicking him out.
pressing those light
Cross
kicks.
with barely
Minus on
any
block
health.
and plus on hit. Cross slowly with
Zhen
careful
could
footsie
potentially
buttons.
ship him out.
And there, Zhen pressed the cross-up button way, way earlier, knowing he didn't need to do the link to get the grounded combo.
Just needed the damage.
Counter hit the jab from Cross.
Oh,
Instant blocked and
IB.
pressed buttons on landing.
he's always pressing buttons on landing, even when he gets blocked. It's quite annoying.
Nice trade. I just want to call out how beautiful the Blood Moon stage this is going on in the background here.
Oh, there's a reason this is what
Cross going for the mix.
The stage Cross chose, and I started choosing this stage. Reminds me of Field of Fate from Street Fighter.
Which is another one of the traditional beautiful stages to work on. As Zhen trying to get these jump-ins, and Cross has been consistently anti-airing.
Oh,
blocks,
Cross
glowing red.
Getting close to popping.
Not going to be able to block very many heavy slashes now. Tries the air-to-air. Back dashes out of the
Backdashing
jump-ins.
out.
Goes for the, almost punishes it. Good blocks.
Almost.
Gets the cross-up. That was like a Street Fighter cross-up. That like kick at the last moment. The fade-away heavy slash cutting Zhen in half. Cross one game away from getting his rematch in Grand Finals. As the chat believes that Cross is in fact playing out of his mind. And based on what I'm seeing, I entirely believe you.
But I thought
Some beautiful play from PD Cross.
Genjiro didn't really have tools to deal with Shiki, but it seems like Warden has even less.
But Cross has been making every single one of those tools count.
Oh, yeah.
Tiki trying to punish a moment too early. Shoulder
Oops.
cross gets the
Sees the
late
shoulder
link.
cross.
Zhen has been showing that combo almost every time. Blow. There's a lot of reasons in this game that encourages you to block high. Not only do jump-ins make it so that you can easily punish a lot of buttons from full screen, but a lot of characters have like dashing overheads as well to work with. Additionally, the spacing is more important than any ability to be safe in most situations. A lot of people are just not blocking low. It's a thing the game encourages you to do.
We also, I feel,
double jump-ins and the second one.
Tend to get far more reward off of incoming overheads versus incoming lows. Like, I think my character, Genjiro, is actually a fluke because he gets such great value off lows.
Going from Cross, losing nearly all of his health from a pair of jump-ins. Zhen missing the combo link.
Oh! Zhen gets
presses
it
the
back.
button so early. Cross actually tried to jump to air, and Zhen predicted it. The timing on when you actually do your falling button is huge in this game.
The jump meta between these two has gotten insane this set.
Cross is on match point while Zhen has a long hill to climb in order to get back into Grand Finals. Another air-to-air from Cross, and it even linked. Blocking high with the parry. Parries
gets
the
parry,
jump in,
but
doesn't
no
get the
punish.
link afterwards.
Oh.
Because of how small the parry window is and how many different times Zhen has shown like the jump in timing, Zhen now whiffing the heavy up at the beginning of the arc, trying to get across the air-to-air him. Adaptation, we're seeing the bursting to get out of the kill situation.
Throws, counterburst.
Counterburst.
The counterburst is so common
That
at this point.
is game with a weapon flip art from Cross. Taking it back, the fist bump, and the celebration.
Earning himself a Grand Finals rematch.
Planting the flag in Dominion that I am going to be playing with CD Mangaka. You better reinstall For Honor. I see you out there. Cross going back to grand finals to get his rematch against Crackin Atkins and Mina's bow.
Pretty handily went in Atkins' favor last time, was able to just zone him out. Wonder if he's got any sort of change in his game plan he's got cooking up.
We haven't seen very many people change out characters in today's tournament. Only a swap to Earthquake has been really notable. I don't think Cross is going to have ability to have a pocket character with a better matchup against the Zoner Mina.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Warden's his guy.
We saw that the armored shoulder charge wasn't being very useful against Mina, and that Crackin Atkins was using the mid-range zoning and the anti-air arrow as well. There were 12 entries in today's tournament, although we had a couple of no-shows.
Yeah, I believe 2 no-shows, yep.
We don't normally run Samurai Showdown brackets in our monthly and bi-weeklies here at Akihabara Arcade in our Mile High Burst Discord. And we have a Discord link if you ask Nightbot about it.
The reason we were able to get that many entrants is actually because of Excrutiation.
Oh, we don't actually have a link on hand.
If you see one of our TOs, Excrutiation, there in the back, he's actually the one that really drive people to enter in this game, putting up a pot bonus and like going and asking people to play and enter just because he enjoys it.
And getting a larger pool than normal because this is our regional here in Colorado. We also had another regional Focus Attack Donate Cans that we haven't seen happen since COVID. We haven't heard anything from the organizers of that recently. Hopefully they'll be announcing it. That one normally happens in October or November, if I remember correctly. Although we do not have a Discord link on hand, if you go to the Smash GG page by looking at the brackets in Nightbot, there is a Discord link at the bottom of our Smash GG page for today's bracket, as we are currently in the grand finals of our Samurai Showdown bracket.
Taking it back to Mikitagahara Field.
And immediately after the end of this game, we are going to be going on to today's main event, our King of Fighters 15 bracket, which we have a full maxed out. We're not allowing any more, did not allow any more entries at the door, which was actually sponsored with a pop bonus by SNK in our King of Fighters 15 bracket, coming up right after this brutal Samurai Showdown. The rematch between Cross and Atkins in grand finals.
In the winner's finals run back. Pushing him out with that 6K.
Using the
gets
dash
in with that low.
Not able to establish Oki.
Pushing him back into the
corner.
corner.
Roll in Samurai Shodown. You usually can cover 2 of the 3 roll options, but not all 3 of them.
Catches the jump out. But able to escape the corner. Crackin Atkins really focused on keeping that mid screen.
A move in order to great effect today.
He's been really focusing on staying mid-screen and keeping all of his options open. Seems like Cross needs to really work to limit his options, force him to make a couple
Beautiful
mistakes.
jump over, but they trade in the air, but Cross had run out of mistakes to make with the health bar going in Atkins' favor.
Health is a really interesting resource in this game because of how common trades are and how common being negative is.
The heavy slash from Atkins, predicting
dash
Cross's
in. Catches him
up
again.
And that spin kick move from Mina with excellent cancel options, bursting out and trying to save the round with a sliver of health. But chip damage exists in this game, and we have a zoner of big arrows.
Oh, misses the lightning strike.
It was worth a shot because
Yeah.
Atkins had been doing a number of heavy slashes in order to challenge that dash up space there. Atkins, 2 games away from taking today's entire Samurai Showdown bracket.
Cross taking a second to breathe, thinking about it.
Putting on the hood.
Putting on the hood for power.
It's the opposite of shouting to make your hair spiky, right? Blocking the jump in. This feels like a chance by Atkins to try and condition Cross by doing a large number of safe jumps that are out of range of any sort of punish, and then swapping to a grounded game after that, trying to get Cross to preemptively challenge the jumps.
Yeah, you're seeing right there, Cross doing some jumps of his own.
And going back to this, the threat of the zoning from the arrows is more valuable than the barely perfect footsies, just an inch out of range of Atkins heavy, returns of his own.
Oh!
Gets punished with a spin kick.
Players trading heavies. Cross with rage here.
Gets thrown.
Cross can't really block anything
Uses
here.
a jab in order to challenge the throw.
Oh,
Challenges the second hit. Looks like Cross
didn't go for it.
It looks like Cross went for the early cancel to go into a throw, trying to get the weapon art off of the throw. Yep, there. Cancel
Gets
into
it.
double slashes.
This is
Cancel
his loop
into,
that he's
thrown
really
backwards.
good with, but he gets thrown in response.
Burst out of it, does not
Counter
want to
burst.
lose his weapon.
Oh, but loses lightning.
Better than losing his weapon in this case. Ducks under the medium, the arrow.
Version into WTFT.
I think what Cross was going for in that last set is he was trying to go for the high risk double reset and flipping off the second reset.
Oh, he went for that against me a whole bunch of the first two
Predicted
hits into
air-to-air.
throw into first two hits into
Atkins
throw.
bursting preemptively, and Atkins hoping to use the respect bought by the burning rage meter, loses out on a footsies interaction.
No respect from Cross for that. He will challenge. Both players without
Waking up
burst
buttons
at this
into
point.
the arrows.
Crackin Atkins
That spin
poking him
kick
down.
from Mina is doing a massive amount of work in today's tournament. Blocks the arrow. Oh. Although Atkins had recovered from the spin kick, Cross was able to counter-hit the anti-air attempt from Atkins. Now, suddenly swapping to the zoning strategy, Atkins takes
Blocks
a
and eats
second
the
round.
mid.
Atkins is on tournament point right now. Our grand finals in Samurai Showdown, one match away from taking the pot. Cross getting psyched up from CD Mangaka, while our other tournament organizer, Excrutiation, being in the background.
Hype if we
Setting
saw the last minute swap to
Mina
his
sends
first
away
main
the cute
Yoshitora.
pets in order to prepare for murder. I like the neutral jump choice from Atkins there in order to challenge the Cross's dash in, as the entire point of Warden is to dash in, getting the heavy, but he hit it so high up that he wasn't able to take the plus frames on the ground, and Atkins responded with a throw. Ooh, Atkins with these throws! Dodging underneath the low-profile arrow and preemptively using the spin kick, charging at the arrow, going low with it at the last moment.
Crackin Atkins faking out a lot of these arrows, making GD Cross want to come in, and then at any point he could just not fake out an arrow and hit him.
Using the medium to check in footsies and get GD Cross to commit to something on a fast recovery.
Atkins 1 round away from winning it all. GD Cross with a little bit of rage, but it's running out, and it's gone.
Punishes jump over, and Atkins is ready to tech these throws before Cross can go for the reset. Breaks out the arrow.
Ooh.
Only able to get a Chicago punish. That spin kick is doing so much work on Mina's kit.
It's got so much knockback, and the fact that you can throw teching is, according to Excrutiation, there is no throw teching in this game.
No. Yeah, there is no throw teching in this game, but acting like there is, didn't have the meter in order to go for it. Avoid
Raw
the burst.
burst.
From a potential.
Oh, gets the throw
Cross
into
gets
weapon art.
gets a round on the board, keeping his tournament run alive in grand finals.
There we see the weapon art kill fan, the nice purple one.
Double swords on it. It is a really nice fan. I want that fan to mount it on my wall.
I'd want to have like the whole collection because there's like 7 or so. Ooh,
the
that's
late jump
interesting.
fake out arrow. The trade! Atkins trade a jab for a heavy slash. That's huge in Cross's favor.
Cross runs in, but Atkins just able to roll away, build that space. Atkins almost cornered.
Takes the plus frames from
This
the
is
late
where
button.
Cross wants him to be.
Jabs out of the plus frames. Cross going red. Guard almost be broken.
Whoa, whiffs a heavy.
Not even an arrow is able to punish.
Nice IB on that arrow. Oh, gets kicked back by that.
Atkins on tournament point right now with a red health bar. Punishes.
Whoa.
Challenges the reset. Cross has not been adapting, going for the reset off of Atkins pressing buttons and throws out of it. It's the hit. And jumps away from another challenge. Daps right as I mentioned it.
There it is!
Dash up button.
Cross takes it!
Cross puts a point on the board in grand finals of Samurai Showdown.
民よ
隠れてて
名誉
Seems like it's just an incredibly tough character matchup for Warden.
マジキな
Yeah, but trying to learn a new character on the fly is not a good spot to be in grand finals
Oh,
on
yeah,
the loser
no.
side at that. The heavy slash from Atkins at the very something to the end of the bow.
He did apparently play Yoshitora at the start of the game.
But Yoshitoro, because of the extra mechanics and keeping track of all the swords and all the specials,
Oh, yeah,
you need
no.
to maintain a lot of extra practice, which I don't think Cross has had the time to since the start of the game came out.
Yeah.
Atkins buffering the cancel into the spin kick and going the last minute low arrow. Cross trying to get in and
Just impeccable zoning there. That's
beautiful
not much
zoning.
more than that.
Atkins back again on tournament point. Cross needs to find some way to get past that
Throwing out mids.
that medium being just buffered into the spin kick. And the spin kick even pushes back far enough that Cross isn't able to get even a medium punish off of it on block.
Cross already getting pretty close to popping from blocking all those mids. Oh. Gets his guard back.
Ooh. It looked like he tried to challenge the jump in a moment too late. Saw Cross adapting to the beautiful jump
dodges, but no punish.
from Zhen earlier, but that jump timing isn't helpful against Atkins, who's just pressing the button as soon as possible, not trying to go for grounded combos. Cross bursts
Goes
out
for the pop
and
and just gets caught.
with that,
There it
Atkins
is.
challenging the post-burst situation, takes our Samurai Showdown tournament. Crackin Atkins, our Samurai Showdown champion at Winter Showdown 8 at Akihabara Arcade in Westminster and Denver. As Cross is celebrating his second place victory, being happy about it. As we're currently changing over our setup to run our next game in today's bracket,
that'd be
King of
KOF
Fighters
15,
which is actually quite literally brought to you by SNK, who has sponsored today's tournament.
Yep.
As I'm
Why
gonna
we
be,
had Sam Show on stream as well.
as I'm going to be signing off, as we get a set of commentators who actually know
Yeah.
how to talk about King of Fighters. As the stream is being freed up for King of Fighters, as our TO is calling out matches, as we actually started the offline games of the King of Fighters bracket a little bit early today.
Well, Sam
we
Show
were
also
running late.
started a bit late. 'cause-
We are running late in general, but they started
Yeah.
the offline bracket a moment from our lateness. As we're currently getting all of our people swapped over, and Crackin Atkins and GD Cross are still talking about that final match today.
Oh, looks like
Anyways.
they're doing a console swap.
Yeah.
Oh. Does it not work on the PS4 Pro?
The PlayStation we had up there did not have King of Fighters installed on it.
Oh,
So we have
okay.
to get one that's got the game already installed on.
That makes
As
sense.
We're working out and handing out the prize money for